Yo, what's going on? What's going on, people? I'm live here. We doing the last tech live on 291. It's going of 2022 with my peoples. We waiting for one more to come. He already got the link. Got my boy up there from East St. Louis, two phones, who have done video choreography for a lot of rappers there and does his own tech thing. He had been in this tech game way more longer than me. He has a lot of knowledge on a lot of things and everything and ways you could get free stuff. The man could even get you a free phone if you'll pay attention and listen. You know? That's all. So for 2022, as far as phones, I'm gonna interview you on this. How do you rate this year and what the best and the worst text that ever came out this year?
Um, I've been really like paying attention to like what's really like the works out there. We can say of course, Samsung, gravitating the market again. They executed on the budget range market again, and they forced Apple and Google to step in. Processors and cameras and displays. They're pushing the narrative.
Hey, two phones, you got an echo, my man. Let me go ahead and turn my thing off.
All right.
Yo,
Yeah.
hello? Can I, two phones, can I hear you?
Yo.
Oh, you
It's
still,
the
yeah, they said you got an echo.
uh.
He's
All
fixing
right.
that.
It's still okay. Still.
Okay. Still there, yeah. Still there. I'm gonna be getting one of them EQs anyway. Easy Computer Solution has one for $50. I'm gonna be getting one of those. One of those mixers.
Yo.
Okay, you sound better now. Let me go ahead and speak on what you're gonna say.
All right. I was just saying that Samsung,
Better
still pushing
now.
it. It's still echo again.
Now you're good. Good. I can hear you good.
Yeah.
Okay, go right ahead.
All right. So I was just saying that Samsung still pushing the market, and just throwing everything, at the wall, man. They still throwing everything at the wall. They still bringing out, low budget phones, mid range phones, flagships. They got the folds, they got the flips. So they just throwing everything out there.
Yeah, they don't care. They want money. That's what it is. They want money. And I mean, these companies are too anxious and too greedy and not really surveying their products. They just too I mean, what do you say? Narcissistic to bring stuff out there. As long as they get the money, they don't care. We had to get companies that actually care about the consumer and what we want as consumers and as techers. They need
Right.
to take the time to really listen to us if they want to make good products. And you have some companies that are listening. You're saying the TCL, because I have a TCL right here. This TCL, Stylus 5G, has been very good to me.
Yeah,
From
we sell them at
PCS.
Walmart now. Yo, we got them.
Yeah, and it's almost as good as the Note 20 Ultra, but not the camera wise and everything. But a lot of people on my video love my videos. I don't know, that 1080 on that thing is so great. Just imagine if TCL did a phone with 4K or 8K.
Yeah, I mean, look at the TVs. I mean, their TVs are flying off the shelves.
Right. And they like James said he still hear an echo on you.
Yeah, hey, hold on. Oh, I know why. I'm on the phone, bro. I'm not on my laptop.
Oh, you're not on your laptop.
Mm-mm.
And people, you may have to deal with that. He's on his phone. You're on your 20, right?
Yeah. I'm doing the 20. I got my One Plus. I got my One Plus with me.
Oh, you got that One Plus? What's that? What's that? The 200?
Yeah, the 200 5G on Metro for free. For free, y'all get the One Plus for free on Metro by T-Mobile, and you get all the T-Mobile Tuesday perks.
Right. And
Yep.
I'm still looking at my Nord 100, my man. So in the future, it's going to time to put that photo card back. I'm going to be getting the 300 next year. I got to deal on it with Metro, but just going through some things.
Hey, I'm gonna try to cop that One Plus 11.
11?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already what we talked about, the thing that we talked about. I already took care of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to see what happens with that. And that One Plus 11 might be pretty good. I mean, you have the Hasselblad camera, and what's crazy, you got the Hasselblad camera too on Oppo Find X too, the flip phone. These phones that you can't get them on a regular American site. You had to hit the GitStop. You had to hit the AliExpresses. You had to hit the Alibaba to get these phones.
Yep.
There's a $300 one I'm going to be getting soon and stuff like that. And it's going to expose what they do over here with phones in America. You know what I mean? For real. And it's a Motorola joint too. And it's very nice.
Yeah, man. Moto G still in the building.
Yes, they are. And that one Forbes brought too, pretty decent. That beautiful red Magna color one that he brought.
Oh yeah, that phone looked pretty good. Looked pretty good.
And they said the camera's like 50 MP, but I think Motorola need to start going back to that 108. When they brought it out, I think they wasn't ready to really bring out the software like that.
Right.
They might do this with next year's phones, but they keeping it so far at 50 and all that. So I want you to explain.
I think they should mix it up too, bro. They should mix it up with Sony sensors and Samsung cameras.
You know Samsung got that 200 MP camera, but that came out on the 30X Pro, which is only overseas.
Yeah.
And I was gonna get that too, but it's about to that 200 camera is about to be on the S23 Ultra. That's coming out next month.
Right.
And that's going to be a very decent phone when that really officially comes out. Everybody's going to be buying it. But here's the thing. Me and you have learned in the past. Never get with the Joneses. Even Jay will agree with me. When you get with the Joneses and stuff like that, you buy it for thousands of dollars, then later on you find like you just got highway robbery.
That's true.
You got to think about it, man, because when they come out with something in 6 months, you didn't even let the one that you have age. Some cats will get frustrated. Say, F, I'm keeping the same phone for years. You know?
Yeah, but did you see the news about the updates?
What updates we talking about?
Oppo.
Wow. And what the updates and how they're gonna make a difference at?
So they're gonna do it with the Android security patches 5 years, and then they're gonna do the operating system for 4.
Shoo. Oppo sound like they might be in America by like 2024. The way they moving.
I think they might hit the market next year, bro. I think they're gonna hit it in 2023.
Right. I want you to agree. Do you think Motorola's gonna blow up next year?
I think it's gonna take a miracle, man. I don't know. It's gonna take a miracle for Motorola to get back to where they used to be.
Right. Cause you got the 40X already out in China right now. I already saw the review on that joint. And they got it for a pretty low price for like almost under like 500. Some is almost like under like 400.
Right.
You know? Maria Monter, what's up? I know it's like 5 in the morning. I know it's like 6 in the morning on the other side of the planet where you at. You know what I mean? I'm about to get one of those Infinix phones. Jay Will did something on a Infinix phone. What's your opinion on the Infinix? Did you ever chance to look into that?
Nah, man, I haven't took a look into the Infinix phones. I've been seeing Vivo though. I've been starting to like the Vivos.
Right. And Vivos is like pretty good, you know what I mean? On the software and all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like we got my homeboy. He was supposed to be coming on there and stuff like that. He got that. He's pretty good with his S10. We're able to use his S10 and be able to make a channel and got views on his Kensington Daily channel like crazy. Not everybody needs this. A proven fact. Explain this. Do everybody need very expensive clips just to grow?
Right.
Let me explain this. I'm asking you a question. Do everybody need very expensive clips to grow, or you think they're insecure? I need you to answer that because you're the one that was able to perfect that to yourself.
It's not about having an expensive phone. It's about having a phone that fits your needs, that fits your wants, and being able to like play with it, tinker with the way you want to. You want a device, you can't get nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. Then you get these cats that get these cameras. They don't know what they're doing with them and all that. And like you got DSLR. That's no point. And then Sony's too got DSLR equipment in their phones. That is no point to shoot cameras at all. You got to get that ISO and stuff and brightness correct.
Right.
And that's why a lot of people run away from Sony's.
Yeah, Sony more for like professional setting. You're a real photographer. You get the Sony phone for being a real photographer and videographer. That's what you getting them for. You're not getting them for just to, take a picture out in the park. You know what I'm saying? It's way more than that.
Right. What the setup that I liked that they had when they had the Xperia, then you had the camera one connected to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the add-on. Yeah, the add-on. Yeah.
Yo, you got Shafan right here. Shafan, just look at the chat right there. She said, hey, I have the DJL2 and I'm just learning it. So can you kind of help her on that?
The DJL2?
Yeah, DJ. It looked like DJL2 and it's just learning it. Is that a camera or that's whatever, drone or whatever?
Yeah, that sounds like a drone.
Shafan, rephrase what you said. Say what type of device it is. Cause you got some that are drones and stuff too. Cause when cause I be seeing you film on your Kensington channel, We Are the World too. It's a DJI Pro camera too. DJLI Pro camera.
Oh, it's a camera.
Okay. You heard of that?
No, I haven't heard of it. I just heard of the drones.
Look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking into it, man. I'm looking into it.
And see what we have for that. I was looking at a couple of drones too, myself.
Really?
Yeah, but you got these cheap drones in Walmart and all that. But a lot of them drones don't be 4K like that. I like 4K video or 8K videos. I like. My last video that I uploaded is a 4K video.
Yeah, she might talk to Easy Computer Solutions about that camera.
She don't know who Easy is. She got the DJ. She got the DJ. She has it connected to her iPhone.
Oh, well, I ain't the iPhone guy, but you know that.
And mine's is a 4K HD.
Mm-hmm. So when you go out in the city and use it.
If she goes around the city and uses, she got a channel called We Are the World. She's down in Kensington and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Helping the people down there.
Okay.
She got a very good channel.
Cool.
And she said she learned off of YouTube.
Nice.
That's what she did.
That's
what's your email, Shafan? I have you come in. What's your email? I have you come into the chat. Matter of fact, give me your Instagram. I have you come in. If you want to ask them some questions, maybe you could go into more detail, ask some more questions. But we're going to get back to the freebie stuff. What these cats could do to really try to save money on their bills and save money on trying to get different type of phones and devices that they could cut down and be able to get the best deal for their buck.
Well, I mean, one thing they can look into, if they work, they can look into their job. You can get discounts for being a first responder. You get discounts for doing that. You work at Walmart, you get a discount for working at Walmart. You get a discount from being in the ACP program, the Affordable Connectivity Program. Majority of all these prepaid companies, they can knock off $30 a month off your phone bill every month.
Right. Explain your text now program. I think a lot of people here will be very interested in it.
Oh, text now. I mean, it's really not. I mean, I don't have the program. I mean, just download the application and then go into the settings and they'll say, "Do you want free service?" And you just tap on the free service, see your phone is compatible, and then sign up for the free service
Right.
right from the application. The app is free. Everybody got it. Like people in Walmart, I bumped into got the text now app on their phone.
Yup. And here's another one too. Visible, not too many people know about too. Could
Oh
I
yeah,
pay
go ahead.
$25 per line for that?
Yeah.
Break them down with that and tell them the way that they can get their hands on that. So fine, you'll save a lot of money with that.
Well, they went up. They went up on their plans now. You gotta be grandfathered in to get that $25 a month.
I'm already locked in before the plane, dude. I never
Yeah, I
upgraded.
mean, me too. I've been trying to tell. I've been talking about it on my YouTube channel. I even have a playlist of visible, like how to use it, what phones work with it, how to use the referral program. I've been talking about that. Even that's where I got it from. Stetson Diet in there, and Santana and CMO.
Let me put the link into the chat for her, cause it's
Mhm.
going. Let me so I mean, cause this is an open chat for everybody, my man. Cause we're in the last one of the year. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
So okay, links inside the chat are fine. You won't gonna come in. I add you in. You know, we don't have the Ppls that I used to have over here before, so we don't have to worry about that.
You fool.
Straight up, we don't have that. We don't play that. This is not this is definitely not the channel for that. I got some very serious people on this channel. Very serious people. So the link is the link is inside the chat. You want to ask Two Phones any questions? She's in right now. All right. Hey, Shafan, introduce yourself.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? How
I'm
things
good.
go? How things going out there today and stuff like that out on the field?
It's good. I just did a little Christmas giveaway.
Oh, you just did a Christmas giveaway down there?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Wow. And what did everybody get down there and stuff they did? Was you down the Needle Park or you was further up?
No, cause I didn't like reach out to other people to donate. So whoever donated to my channel, I just matched their money. So
Oh,
I just
okay.
gave out blankets, gloves, hats, scarves, not scarves, gloves and hats, coffee and donuts.
Oh yeah, they're gonna definitely need them gloves and hats. We're in for a very cold winter. Even though it's nice today, I walked outside today myself.
Yeah.
That's what
I
I
gave out
did.
some cold stuff I had.
And what's good about that when you go down there and you give a lot, then I know a lot of people down there give a lot. You know what I mean? I got King Frank in one of my photos. I met him down there and I gave away a few things.
Okay.
Yeah. Once in a while, if I get the chance to do it, but I be so busy trying to take care of so many other things and stuff. I mean, I did a couple of videos down there, but I don't plan on doing that. I like sticking with what I'm sticking with now. Sometimes it's good to be in way, but most of the time it's good to be out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right. And
I
yeah,
just do it during my free time.
right. Yep. So fine. He want to know more about the camera and the phone setup that you have, so we have a more understanding on it. Because this is something different of what we're used to.
Well, Kensington Deli just put me on to the DJI Pro.
Oh, the Osmo camera, right?
Yes.
Oh, he knows about that. The DJ Osmo camera.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He put me
yeah.
on that.
Yep. And when you
So
can
that's
pocket
been
that
set
camera.
up where it has like the you can get extended gimbal stick, but it has like a little stick on there. and it's small. It's like a micro small camera, whereas though people can't see it. So I'm
Yep.
able to film, in places where people can't film.
Yeah, you can. There's not a lot of places you can film down there. If you don't know the right people down there, you could get your camera taken. And you just
Right.
already heard. You already heard they shot at two people. Two people got shot. They fired 60 shots at the person.
No.
Wow.
60 shots was fired. Two people got hit. Then you had a month, at least a month ago, you had that situation around Kensington and Allegheny where 9 people got shot near a bar.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But see, I've been going down there. I want to say ever since somebody close got stuck down there. And see, she had a baby. She had went in a labor down there, and somebody had seen it and called the ambulance. So that's what's gonna keep going down there.
Wow. See, you got a lot of stuff. There's a lot of hidden horrors down there too, especially like on
Yeah,
the train tracks too.
it
The
is.
stuff be happening on the train tracks that you don't see. You know what I mean? Like the Conrail and all that.
They actually where I was filming at 30th Street.
Yeah.
The end of the platform, they have a doorway right there.
Yeah, I know what you talking about.
One homeless guy came out the doorway. Another one jumped on the tracks, went in back of the where the door was at. I don't know if they
Wow.
live down there, but this is where the train is running at, literally on the tracks. So I don't. It's like a little cut. He told me they was getting high back there, but why? Where the train is running at. Don't sound right.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yo, 2 phones. Guess who came into the room?
Who that?
Carlos Tech. Come on in the chat, Carlos.
Oh, T-Tech, what's up?
Tech is in here. Tech got a lot of knowledge on a lot of things. He does all those tests with the phones, with the signaling and all that. You know what I mean?
But I'm
So
gonna down.
and so what you say? Okay, and Shafan.
My channel.
Okay, and Shafan, I wanted to ask you a question too. Ask him a question. 2 phones. What'd you think about the Osmo camera? Cause they both carry it.
Oh yeah, I mean, they good. I mean, you get a lot of great quality. You get a lot of great videos. So yeah, that's good. You'll be good with that. Either one.
But everybody here got to carry a small one. We can't, Philadelphia, you can't have nothing big. You can't even hold a full phone out in front of people like that. A full 4.
Yeah, that's the best thing they did with them.
Yeah, get the small one.
And the highest I've seen the small ones to go up to 1080-720.
Only way a person know is if I pull out my phone with it. If I don't pull out my phone, they don't know I have it.
So you pretty much Bluetooth everything to the iPhone on that. That's good.
Right. You don't have to. You can use the camera alone. But with the iPhone, you'll be able to see.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that's our real deal be doing a good job. Guess what Carlos Tick said? The DJ Osmo 3. I got a release date on it, but it's not good. But when you zoom, it blurs out very bad, even in 4K 128. So keep the number 2 one that you got. You know? And you said, Carlos said, damn, you can't be on live phone while people trying to shoot you. It's not that type of crowd no more. more your technocratic motherfuckers try to shoot at me verbally than anyone on the street. All right, she's going for the night. Yeah, she's going to do that. Thanks for coming on,
yeah, I gotta roll out too, man. I gotta get back on this clock, bro.
Okay.
Gotta get these phones. Gotta get these phone deals.
Okay. What's up, Tech Boner? This is a chat for everybody. Tech Boner in here too. Okay, the link's inside the chat. You want to come in? Now you're not in the chat no more. I just put the link back up. What's up, Tech Boner? You're welcome to come in, Tech Boner. I was going to be getting at you soon. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well come in, get this last 2022 chat out the way with me. You know what I mean? Carlos, I want you to come in too. So the link's inside the chat, people. So you're welcome to come in or not. It was a great one with 2 phones right there. 2 phones had to go back to work. Mm-hmm. Let me see, because I don't see you in the chat no more, Shafan. I don't see you in the chat, because your face, you would have popped up. You know what I mean? So, and we hope, Shafan, he comes up on here. You know, I mean, I hope, what's his face? Where Carter comes up on here, too. So I sent him the link and everything. So, this is an open chat for everybody in here. Miss Red, you can come in if you want. You know what I'm saying? And chat it up with me. You know what I mean? You do good banners. You do a lot of good stuff you do a lot of excellent stuff for the channel. And Carlos, I mean, I talked to what's his face over there in Hawaii too. I forgot his name. I can't remember his name right now. You know what I'm saying? Whole lot of tech. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about a situation he was in a fight during like Christmas Day or so. That's what he was talking about. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and go into details with some tech. We have new iPhones coming out and stuff like that. On one of my videos we explained it. It's gonna have an LG camera chip into it. I look forward for that phone coming up. So LG's basically breaking their parts down for phones for other cell phone companies. And like Samsung has been doing that too with their phones for Motorola and all the other ones. So you may get these cell phone companies, but they're gonna definitely have Samsung parts and everything in them. Or LG parts in them, which is a good thing. So if you get the original version, like the V60, I advise anyone to get that. Come on, Lost. We're at you in. Yo, Carlos, what's going on?
What up, man?
What up?
So
Damn,
you're saying that people get shot out there just for live streaming and shit?
Yeah, they get shot. Yeah.
Bro, that's why I love the West Coast, baby.
Yeah, they
out
get
here,
shot
bro,
out there. Yeah, they get shot out there.
Out here, bro, I wish somebody would do that to me, bro. My 4 or 5 will put a bullet right through them.
See you. Yeah, you would. Yeah, cause you got that. You over there in Vegas with that Chicano connection and shit.
Nah,
You're
bro,
not too.
it's called protected by Second Amendment over here.
Right. Yeah. See, West Coast, it's like different over there with the gangs, the code. You got ad tech codes and all that. And what's the difference is these are gangs that are over 1,000 years old before Christ.
Bro, out here, the gangsters, even if you roll in their neighborhood, bro, and let's say you're live streaming or you're filming, as long as you ain't police, they leave you alone because they don't want the police there. Because they're busy doing their transactions. It's not like out there, bro, where if they see that you're not from the neighborhood, they'll come up to you and try to shoot you up.
You're right about that. You know what I'm saying? And when I be watching Big Dog's channel, Vegas got some very nice, beautiful parts to it. A nice mountain skate on that 215 and everything.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to ask you, when is the Consumer Electronics Show for 2023?
I'll be there next week.
Next week? I might try to go to the one next year. But I wasn't ready. I was going through a lot of things. So yeah, hopefully when the channel grows more and more and more, I'll be ready, more prepared for it and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I want to try to wouldn't mind bring 2 phones. I wouldn't mind bringing a crew of us out there. You know, and you get to see the stuff out there ahead of time before it comes out into the stores, which is the difference. So on your channel, you can welcome to put your link in there so people can join. Explain the tests that you do to other people who ain't familiar with tech.
Bro, I mean, we're all over the place right now. We're doing, you know how you've been there, bro. We're doing from
you saw me do my
to chilling at the casinos. You know what I mean?
Right. You see me do my speed test. I did my speed test. A few speed tests are over. I did that one down there right in Overtown, Chester, right in front of the mayor's office. I did that one down there.
But bro, so you were talking about this camera,
Right.
the new DJI Action Osmo 3 or whatever.
Yeah, they're talking about the two. She does it. Chiffon does it too. She's down Kensington doing that.
Bro, that camera's straight trash, bro. Look, I just to show you I got it.
You got it?
Just to show you I got it. Straight trash, bro.
What it does, a lot of blurring?
You do anything zoom in, it just blurs out really bad.
Wow. But the one that they got the small one, the two.
Oh, the little action one that you put
The
as a
little
lanyard?
action one. If I'm gonna send you
I
my
got-
man's channel, the real Philly. I mean, other words, look up the channel Kensington Deli. That's his channel.
I got
He
that
uses
one,
that camera.
I got the little one too. It's cool, but it's cool only for short burst videos
Right.
because it gets hot quick.
And how they do it is they hook it up to their phones through the Bluetooth, through an Android
Yeah,
phone.
you can do that too.
Right.
Oh,
It's a Shane, oh, what's up? What's going on down there in Houston? You welcome to come and chat. Yeah. So I want you to explain too, like the speed test, because a lot of people are not in the tech. Break down the speed test to people, and
Well-
because y'all really you helped a lot in this game when it came to that. We're getting better people phone reception, and a lot of people don't know that.
Well, it's not just about the speed test. Speed test just gives you what the output that tower can do, but it's all about what you can do with that capacity. So, it's not just about the speed test. That just gives you a baseline on how, let's say, fast you can download stuff, and then you're gonna have to take in consideration too that distance from the tower and all that will make the speeds differentiate too.
Right. Exactly. And when you go inside those towers and stuff like that, you gotta see the distance and everything. You know what I mean? Of what each tower is breaking down. Too,
Yeah,
right?
bro. It just a lot of people think that because they get 500 down on a speed test, that's what they're gonna get downloading when they download the file. No, it's not. The cell phone providers, they zero out that stuff. So then at the end, you're getting full raw capacity for a speed test. But then when you actually download something, that's where you get your true test for the network. Because remember, a lot of the servers that you connect to download the shit, they don't have that capacity. Their capacity might be capped out at 200 meg, but you're getting, let's say you're getting 700, then you can only go up to 200. So, the speed test, all it is just raw capacity.
Okay, I got it. And which one when you did all the service providers, which one came out to the best, which one came out to the worst?
I mean, bro, honestly, I know a lot of people are gonna probably be like, "Oh man, you're tripping." But honestly, bro, Verizon comes out on top.
Wow.
The reliability is there. Yes, there might be areas where it's slow, but you know what? It's not about a speed test. It's about how it completes a task. It's called time to content. And if it can complete it just as fast as, let's say, carrier getting 300 down versus Verizon getting 10 down, I'd rather go with the 10 down because at least I know that it's not hype. You feel me? Like it. And then Verizon just has raw coverage.
When I have the $25 with Visible, you know what I'm saying? I could go up to the mountains of Poconos. I could still use it with no problem and no issues. Then when I had the old Simple Mobile before Verizon and I used that in the Poconos, it sucked. You go in some areas, it was just completely dead. You know what I mean? Even the GPS would give out. But they switched over to Verizon too. Simple Mobile. They switched over
Oh
to
yeah,
Verizon now, but that's before when they were with T-Mobile before. I had.
yup. That's what I was gonna say. They were with T-Mobile before.
Yeah, and that's when it really sucked. But it sucks more now because what it is with Simple Mobile, they trying to end it now. They trying to get rid of it and put people over to their plans.
See, bro, like this is the thing. We got too many prepaid competition, and at the end, I look at it like this: if you're gonna be paying already, let's say $40 because you don't have a code for Visible, so it's what 45 now, right?
Right.
Then why don't you just go on Circled In and get a postpaid line on somebody's plan, and it's all secured because Circled In does on the owner they get a copy of their ID and they have access to the account. So they're the ones that monitor the account. They make sure it's paid on time and everything. So you know you're not going to get disconnected. So
Exactly.
I'd rather pay for postpaid access on a shared plan on Circled In and pay the same price for a Get More.
Right. Exactly. Let me go ahead and put the chat back up.
That's what a lot of people don't know is that there are shortcuts out there to get into a postpaid access for prepaid pricing.
Let me put this comment that Skull Playlist put up here. Check this comment out. He said they go all back to unlimited plans, pure unlimited, and many suckers got talked into that cape stuff. What you feel about that?
He ain't lying. It is true because a lot of these unlimited plans, let's say you use, so I tested the boundaries. I kind of pushed it a little bit. So what I did is so I don't lose my main accounts,
Right.
I opened sub accounts. So, so if I lose those, then at least it doesn't risk my main account, my main numbers and all that.
Yeah.
So I pushed it to the limits, bro, using the hell out of the data. I'm talking about like terabytes, bro, on each cell phone plan.
So
And I'm going to tell you this right now, after 3 months of using a lot of data, you will get a letter cease and desist.
we got to put your cell phone Lost Mobile. Once you put your link in the chat for that. Not too many people know about that.
I'm not even running it like invite only.
What happened with it?
Because I don't got time, bro.
Right.
It's just me, you feel me? So it's invite only, bro. So like, let's say if you wanted it, bro, that's a different story. I'll be like, all right, bro, let's get you it done.
We'll talk on the phone. We'll talk about it We'll talk about it behind the scenes, my man. You know what I mean? Because people always looking for something new, but it's how you got advertised. And like you say, you don't have time. Because you have with these businesses, you have to know what it is to really advertise very strong, and you have to put a lot of money into advertisement for people to know about it, and that does take a lot of time.
Oh yeah.
You know, really straight up. And you got to make flyers. You got to do all this and all that. Not everybody's going to catch on right away when they've been used to just the same old providers for years.
Exactly, bro.
So a lot of people with these plans, what you're saying with prepaid getting rid of. What you think about the boost indefinite?
Oh,
Talked about that the other day.
It's cool, but they gotta open up the plan a little bit. So I mean, I know stuff, but I can't really talk too much just because I work for the company.
Oh, you work for the company? I got you.
I work for Dish Wireless.
Oh, you work for this? Okay.
Yeah.
I
Well, I can. Yeah, I can talk about certain things, but I can't talk about that change coming up soon.
Hold up. So Boost is a part of this now?
Yeah, of course it's been.
Wow. I've been so used to them. You know, I messed with Boost in the Nextel days. That's when I dealt with them.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
because they came from Nextel. Then they went over to T-Mobile. Then they were their own stores and everything. Now Dish owns them now. I didn't know that. You just taught me something, my man.
Yeah, bro. They got them. I think finally T-Mobile released the acquisition in May of this. Was it this year or last year? Can't remember, one of those two.
Wow. Dish Network. I thought I never see the day Boost go over to Dish Network. Wow.
Yeah, bro. We've been building the first cloud-based 5G network, man.
Yo, I'm going to get one of them indefinite phones and stuff. I was looking at the Motorola one. That's the one I was looking at.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, bro. If you're thinking about joining like the Boost Infinite right now,
Right.
hold up.
Okay.
That's one. Two, if you really want to get on the Dish wireless access on the native towers, because like that right there in Philadelphia, we have towers on and everything. I would go on Project Genesis.
Project
Yes, it's
Genesis.
Yes, it's $30 a month plus tax, but it's true unlimited access. And yes, the real true unlimited, not the one where after 3 months they send you a cease and desist letter.
Okay.
And it's hotspot unlimited too, uncapped, and uncapped unlimited roaming. So that means if you're roaming on AT&T or T-Mobile or Verizon, which damn, I kind of said too much on the Verizon part, but yeah, it would be unlimited roaming.
Unlimited roaming.
Where you don't have native Dish coverage.
Wow. You want to send me some
video, everything.
I might. That's definitely going to be a money saver right there. It better than paying some $200 to $300 for some damn Comcast. So you pretty much get everything with this, even the TV, right?
You could get TV with Dish and stuff.
Okay.
They're not bundling the Project Genesis with the TV yet, but they will soon under the Project Genesis brand. Oh, not the Project Genesis, the Boost Infinite.
Boost Infinity. Okay. So out here you said they call it Project Genesis. Not too many people locally here know about that.
Yeah, not yet.
So it's coming soon is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically native Dish access will be on live on the Boost Infinite side the end of January. That's when we're going to turn it on.
I'm about to do, you want to give me some information. I'm about to definitely do some information and some videos about that to inform some people. So that'll be pretty good. This saves a lot of money for folks, and a lot of folks who are poor in some of these neighborhoods and disconnected with the world can get back connected with the world again with this.
The only thing about Project Genesis is you have to use the phones that they sell.
Just like Comcast. Man, just like Comcast.
Because basically Project Genesis side of Dish is the beta part of our network. So that means that's why they give you the full unlimited access. That's why you get unlimited roaming, unlimited data, unlimited hotspot, unlimited video, uncapped. So you're going to be beta testing the network. But the cool thing about it is that you get like gift cards and free gifts and stuff when you complete tasks in the app.
We got to make sure it gets to the stores out here and all that. There's plenty of stores and places. You can get that to some of those small stores up in West Philly, up on 52nd Street, up on 69th Street, off of 22nd and Lehigh, and places like that. And Philly Wireless up on Lehigh Avenue. You'll make a lot. Your company's going to make a lot of money here with all that. Because that's what people want. Those are the type of services that people actually want. And they want the freedom with it, Carlos. You know what I'm saying? You just hit it right on the damn noggin.
Right here.
You know? Man, he went off for a minute. All right, I'm going to go ahead put the chat in here. Stuff. Be the last one for 2022. the last one. You know what I mean? Did the last video on 2022, and I mean, so yeah. So Project Genesis coming soon to Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Project Genesis. You know what I mean? I got the link in the chat. Skulls, you can come in if you want to and talk whatever you want to talk. You know what I mean? So we only got one person in the live. We had a whole bunch of people in here before. You know what I mean? I know this is not drama. This is not about the stars. This is not about none of that. This is real serious tech. Is what it is. Real serious tech.
Yeah, sorry about that, bro. I accidentally hit the refresh. I was like, damn, man.
Score playlist. Let me put his some comment up here where he said too. Can you read that? He said, not much free can get given out when you get free stuff. But anyway, I got my money back on Google Cars, and that's all I have to care when torrents and channels. He makes his own. He makes his own cable boxes too, Android boxes.
See, this is the
You know
Blue
what I mean?
Infinite SIM card right here.
Wow. How that stick shift running out there? It's hard to have stick shift over here.
Of course, bro. I love it. You know that.
And I'm gonna let you know, they tried to give me a stick shift car last week when I was buying a car at Carvana. I was mad. I said, you can't have no stick shift in Philadelphia.
Yes, you can, bro.
The streets ain't made for it.
Just watch. I make it happen.
Let me know so you can scare the shit out of me on 95. Could I be in the fucking car with you?
Bro, the problem about 95 is there's too much traffic.
Depends on the times that you drive in here. Did you talk about the DC metro area and stuff? Oh yeah, that's traffic central down there.
Bro, in order to not get traffic over there on the 95, you literally got to be driving the 95 at about 3 in the morning.
I've done it. I've done it many times. You know?
You're there at 1 a.m., traffic. 2 a.m., it starts to clear. 3 a.m., you're clear.
And here's the deal, cuz when I used to take them drives down to Atlanta, Georgia, I wake up 3, 4 in the morning, beat everything else down there. I make it down there by like the afternoon or the evening.
Of course. Once you leave that 95 area up there, then you're good.
Once you get down to 85 in Petersburg, that's where you know what I mean? Then it's mostly not all traffic. Only traffic you might, nowadays, it's kind of like changed now because you got more people that move to the North Carolina cities now. So you're going to go run into traffic. Before, it wasn't like that. You know?
Yeah, people are moving everywhere, bro. Even here, bro, it's been getting pretty swamped up, man. But thank God that our highways here are designed right, man. So, we got 6, 7 lanes on each end of the highway. So we're good.
Right.
We don't got tolls and none of that BS.
Yeah, we have.
Because that stuff slows you down.
Right. All the toll roads are in New Jersey and stuff. But then again, we have our Pennsylvania Turnpike, which is Interstate 76. That's what we have, that goes across the state. The free one up there is Interstate 80. What goes across the mountains don't really go 80 don't really go into no cities at all in PA. That's an all mountainous road. Right
all the way to New York, right?
That goes to New York, yeah. Ends in Teaneck, New Jersey. And ends in Teaneck, it runs right into 95. Then you go across the George Washington Bridge. And to the Bronx.
Right into the Bronx, baby. Dominican land right there.
Oh yes, she is. Yes, she is. You know what I mean? Shit. All you gotta do is get off at the next ramp when you get past Manhattan, or you hit that Major Deacon 87. You right there. Then you go into like West Upstate New York and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I already know, bro.
The Tappan Bridge. They changed it. It's not the Tappan no more. It's a Maricomo Bridge. I got some videos of that. It's a Maricomo Bridge now. They redid that whole entire bridge in 2011.
Bro, so they put the Como name on it?
Yeah.
Oh God. You already know
Yes,
how I
they
feel about
yo,
that.
cuz yes they did. Yes, they did.
Oh
And what's
Jesus.
crazy over here, they ain't get done 95 over here in Pennsylvania until like 2018, connecting it to New Jersey. Now I could take now, and I showed you many times, I could take the full ride up there from where I live to New York, no problem. I could get to Brooklyn. I could get to Brooklyn within an hour and 15, and Staten Island within an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh man, bro. A lot of travel time for such short distance.
Yeah, and Staten Island's like a short hop, skip, and a jump. Now it takes long to get to Brooklyn because Brooklyn you got to go through all that Verrazano traffic.
Yup.
But I don't go to New
But,
York that much anymore. You know what I'm saying? I
but
usually
Brooklyn,
like
that's where you get into the Italianos.
Italianos, Jamaicans. You got all. It's a melting pot there, but it's mostly been gentrified now. I know people that left there, so I'm not gonna say names, but they left there. You know,
Yeah.
and a lot of people are leaving New York. The people up there are depressed now. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. Pretty much, it's the Liberace in effect. The Liberace.
I
That's
already
what
know
it's.
you're talking about. Oh, snaps.
That's what pretty much what it is there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
bro.
But another city I like filming in too, plan on doing it more next year is Pittsburgh. You have them free bridges, everything. I filmed in there a couple of times.
Bro, so what's going on over there, bro? I heard that
The murder
they're trying
rate's
to pack.
high. The murder rate,
Yeah, bro.
murder rate is about to surpass last year's murder rate.
It's not good, man.
It's not
It's a
good, but it's
beautiful
all this.
place, man.
It's all these. It's like the gains, these little wars, and then a lot of the jealousy that goes on in the city too. You have more than me, I have more than you, and stuff like that. And hitting agendas is what getting a lot of people killed.
I know. And a lot of it is the upper man hitting the agenda.
Right
We'll
then, the
just say it that.
gentrification going on in some neighborhoods too. It's people being pushed out. Blocks I know that was very dangerous and stuff like that. The younger generation didn't know they was living here 30 years ago. You was on a very dangerous block. You stepped out your door, you got shot.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You had one block, I remember 15th and Diamond. I went to a house party there. I left the house party. I saw a dude with a pistol there. Then I walked up the street. Dude fired the pistol at two people right behind me. Ran around the corner. I had to run up the damn street.
Over there, do they still allow you to open carry and stuff?
You gotta be concealed in PA like I have a gun license. As long as your weapon is concealed, that's it. You can open carry in your house.
See, out here you can open carry everywhere.
But they
So
try.
like you don't need a permit. So let's say if I wanted to have my AR-15 on me, I can strap it on me and start walking the strip, bro. No problem. There's nothing they can do about it. As long as it's showing, as long as I have it where it can show three different directions, then I'm legal.
And I'm gonna let you know too. Now the private security companies here can't do that. Like they were talking about the one dude, and I saw him out there at the gas station at Broughton Clearfield. That dude has the big heavy weapon with the big super fucking clip. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn.
And he carries that gun like it's nothing. He was an ex-Philadelphia cop. And when a bunch of people come out to that gas station, that's when he comes out. But he pretty much is protecting the neighborhood. Because knows another thing that been going on too? ATM robberies.
Oh man. But
They've been
that's so
stealing
stupid,
ATMs
bro.
out of stores here left and right. Because what they do with the ATM, they take it somewhere and blow it up with a stick of dynamite and take the money out.
But what they don't understand is all these ATMs have money dying. So once you blow, if you don't open it with the key at that location, because they're GPS tracked too, and it's not plugged into the wall, it automatically blows the die track.
A die pack?
Yeah.
That means they did all that labor for nothing. Now they got federal charges.
It's not worth it, man.
But tell these young boys here that if you don't get shot by one of them, but there's a certain way. But you have a certain way. and courtesy to talk to them. If you know that they know that you was one of them back in the day, you don't have to worry about that.
bro. So like, let's put it this way: if you put these two ultimatums in front of me, if you told me I'm gonna give you two choices to make fast money, and you're not gonna get caught, guaranteed.
They'll do it.
Either you're gonna go lick an ATM machine, or you're gonna go deliver 2 keys of coke to Florida. Give me the 2 keys of coke, I'll deliver it. Because I'd rather do that, bro. At least I know with that, bro, I'll be cool, bro, versus an ATM machine, and I'll get paid guaranteed.
And you see the money too. That's another thing about that. You're not carrying around some heavy damn machine. Pretty much with coke, you pretty much chopping it up, storing it up, you know what I mean, and selling it and distributing it out onto the streets. That's what pretty much what you're doing.
You know, like that.
But-
That's what I don't get about nowadays. They want that fast money, bro, but then they're getting caught. There's all this technology. There's cameras everywhere, bro.
Right.
Just like when these fools are licking up the stores. I saw that shit in, I think it was like Pittsburgh and a couple other places where they were licking after the storms. They were licking up the Walmarts and all that stuff. I'm like, what the hell, bro? Like, you're on camera, man.
And Western Pennsylvania don't play because them cops don't play out over on that other side of PA. They do not play. They way more worse than the cops over here.
Oh, bro, because the cops in your side, bro, they don't care anymore. They're just like, screw it. They want to kill each other. That's on them. They want to go home.
Yeah, you got to remember too. You got to remember Philadelphia was once a cop killing city too.
Exactly. But
I can tell you many stories.
Man. I remember when I was out there, man. In 2020, it was beautiful, bro. That's why I don't get why all this gangster thug mentality takes over this shit, man. Gangster thug mentality, bro, that was 1990s, bro.
You gotta remember what happened in the 70s too, to the city with the riots and everything, and all the stuff going on. Then the status quo of things. We wasn't able to get jobs easy back in the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm happy when this gig economy came out. It made my life more easier to do more things and to manage more things and stuff. But I don't want to go into detail at that because that requires me to talk about counterpoint detail down 120 miles south of me. So I don't want to talk about that on this channel. Because what happens is when you talk about that, then they have a way of looking in all your phones, then they'll jam your money up.
Oh, of course. You know how that goes.
You know? That's all. So you got to understand this technology is going to get worse in 2023 and 24. That spy technology is next.
That's why I don't get why people do what they do. You're going to get caught. And now they're testing stuff out here where on the strip they have these microphones that listen to people. So now they have audio biometrics. So they can, by your voice, they can tell that you were at this point of the strip at this time.
That's a violation of constitutional rights. They're supposed not to do that.
Bro, it's a public place.
That's a
That's
violation.
that's how they use it. Just like you can film in public,
Right.
even though let's say the person says no, but it's your right to because it's in public. The same way it goes with that, bro.
Because there's parts of the city that we can't film in and stuff. I'm going to tell you right now, because you filming that, somebody gets locked up, you happen to be filming in that part, and they found out that your camera caused them to go to jail, they're going to put a bounty on your head here.
Well, yeah, of course.
It's what they're going to do. You know what I mean? That's all.
That's how tech is advancing, and that's why I don't get why people do what they do.
Right. See, why I expect it in here and stuff like that, people want to listen to drama and all that. They're caught up into all this chopika, gossip and nonsense and getting distracted by a star's death that don't see the bigger agenda. So when everybody parties tomorrow, they're already going to make another 100 laws behind closed doors.
Oh yeah.
And you're gonna find out until it's too late. You know what I'm saying?
Just like how they're trying to push the digital currency.
Right.
You feel me, bro? Like, I don't want no digital currency.
I like a variety of both. You know what I'm saying? What digital?
I don't want I don't want digital as the only option.
Hold up. Explain. That's what I want to talk about. Explain this digital currency, because I do have a little something. I'm not gonna say too much.
Well, what they're trying to do is, this is what I think, bro. I'm not gonna say it's 100% happening. Just do your research and determine on your own, and you might see it the way I see it. But what they're trying to do I think, is they're trying to bankrupt the country.
Yeah, they're gonna bankrupt the country.
And then what they want to do is they're going to say the only way we're going to be saved is by joining the New World Order. And then, of course, we join that, and it's going to be digital currency. So, like, AKA Bitcoin type style. And that's the only way you're going to be able to do transactions. And they're going to give you like a certain amount of time to turn in your fiat that you have under your couch and all that, to turn it into the digital. Before that fiat and that gold and all that, you can't use it to transact.
I'm gonna let you know something, Carlos. They're already doing that in other countries. Guess what they did?
Yeah, they're doing it in Africa.
Guess what they
You know that,
did?
right?
They cut the U.S. dollar out of it. They cut the United States off totally and completely. It's what they did. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get me wrong. I love tech, bro, but to a certain extent, and that's just pushing it too much. Like the audio biometrics, the the facial recognitions and all that. That's kind of pushing it too far.
I'm understanding about the crypto too. This is a good time for people to take it. If they're going to do this, I advise people to get into it and take advantage of it before it comes. So just in case it go down and you're protected. So when, like, if one of those coins go up, you could become a millionaire. I know somebody that does it. You know what I mean? He been on my channel before. You know what I'm saying? And then it's a thing, you have the gold card too, the gold standard card. So other words, what you're saying is what you have is loose. They're trying to put it all to the digital into the cards now, is what they're doing. I can show you stuff that I got.
See, bro, but the thing about this is, yes, you can become a millionaire and everything off of it, but you're being tracked everything you buy. Like, that's the whole point. The whole point is privacy is no more. That's what it's going to be.
You know,
do you want to live in a world?
No, I don't want to live in that type of world.
Do you want? No, let's put it this way. If they could get away with this, what makes you think they can't get away with putting a camera in your damn bathroom to watch you take a dump?
Nasty MFs. They're already doing that all now, flashing people's phones when they're in their bathroom and all that. I never.
That's why I don't take my phone in the bathroom, bro.
Not me either.
That's nasty, anyway.
And they're nasty on that one. You know what I mean? They're perverts. They don't have nothing better to do with their billions and millions of dollars. Sit behind a computer board and watch people. Let me have their money. There's a lot of things I'll be doing.
Bro, like, I know I'm touching on touchy subjects, but I think instead of us giving that war aid to a certain individuals, I'm not going to say the country name or anything, especially if they just approved recently another war aid.
I heard.
What they should have done is help the homeless get out of the streets.
The homeless is bait to these people.
That's what should have been done with that money. Bro, there's people out here in Vegas. Look it up, bro. This private company bought pieces of land out here. And I'm talking about pieces of land that are worth $1 million plus for only 20 acres. $1 million for 20 acres, that's a lot. That's a lot of money. you could buy 20 acres out there for 80,000. You feel me? So it's like they buy it in prime real estate areas. And what they were doing is building mini homes. Like they were about like 500 square feet, and they would place them on this land to get the homeless, a chance to have a safe home, to be able to keep their stuff there, to be able to take a shower, and could they hook it up with water and everything. And then they had a main office that they built, and it was to help them get resources to the internet, to be able to find jobs and all that stuff. And guess what the city of North Las Vegas did?
What they did?
They said, well, you don't have the proper permits. And they came in and tore it all down.
I heard, oh, yeah, that's read something about that.
Yeah, that's messed up, bro.
That is messed up.
And that was a private company with donation of people's money.
See, they're at war with the middle class and the homeless. I'm telling you, that's what they want. They want to torment the people like Hunger Games.
Why does the middle class have to fund all this to make it happen? Why can't it be our government?
That's why the government don't give a damn. Money. They got their own plans. You know what I mean? Look who our president is right now. You know what I mean? I don't want to go into details. I don't even want to go into details of this because I live in the same state. I don't live too far from the president. Home.
I mean, he's probably taking a nap right now.
Yep. But you just got to think about that. So I know a lot that's going on, Carlos. I try not to really talk about it too much. You know what I mean? Because every time I've been talked about it, it got me jammed up. That messed up my whole year in tech talking about stuff like that.
Yeah, bro. It's just crazy, bro. That the tech that we love, they use it against us.
Yes, basically. They do. And we was informed too. We may have to just to survive. We may have to give our phones up and throw them somewhere.
I mean, I don't care about stuff like this. I only do it for the channel.
Right.
But me, bro, I'm an outdoor man. I love being outdoors. I can survive without a single piece of tech.
You come from more time. If you come from 1900, you definitely can do it. You know what I mean? We drove without GPSs before, was able to get around just with a map. Then once you learn the area, you didn't really need the map at all. Our
bro,
GPS
when I go to
is in our brain, or mine is a computer. Straight
when
up.
I go to my cabin in Utah, it's remote. I don't even buy food. I don't bring food with me. I live off the land. I literally I walk 3 miles to the lake with my fishing rod. I go catch rainbow trout. I fillet it right there on the spot. I bring my little propane tank in my backpack with a little, grill and a pan. And I literally make fillets right there on the spot.
Wow.
I live off the land, bro. For 3 months out of the year, I literally live off the land.
Exactly. The land is the goal, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? And we're informed too to get out of these cities, which I'm definitely working on getting out of. Getting away
same
from
here.
the city.
I love Vegas. I love this place so much, bro. But I'm not willing to stay here if stuff is the way it keeps going.
You gotta go somewhere where you got land. You gotta go somewhere to grow food. And I'm gonna tell people right now, listening or not, you better buy a food package with a 25-year supply on it and limited canned goods, all that. You know what I mean? For what's about to go down.
Bro, my father lives up there in Dolan Springs, Arizona. He's retired now. And he bought 15 acres of land for like $12,000.
Wow.
In a remote area in Dolan Springs. I helped him build a house 2 years ago there. Like me and him built the house. We built a 2,800 square foot 2-story home. He connected it with Tesla solar panels. So off the grid instantly.
And those solar panels.
We did the well. So he
Wow.
lives literally. He does not. He's not connected to the grid at all, except for the Verizon home internet box. That's like his internet to watch TV. Other than that, bro, he literally lives off the land. He has chickens. He has a couple of cows. You know, he grows his apples, oranges, lettuce, everything right there off the land. He literally does not buy a single piece of grocery. Everything is off the land. So all his retirement money, he just has it building up in his bank account. My dad already has like with his retirement bonus that he got from the union and everything, bro. He has almost $1 million saved up. Just because
Wow.
he ain't even using his money.
There's no reason to. You got everything you want, and definitely you got solar power. Phew. That works day and night, man.
Bro, he's
You know, don't think about no
literally,
electric.
because in Arizona, the nice thing about Arizona is if you don't drive your car more than 1,000 miles a year, you're not required to have automotive insurance. So he doesn't even drive more than 20 miles a year. So he doesn't even have to pay insurance.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy, my man.
The most driving he
Hopefully-
does is in the land.
So whenever he just want to go somewhere and take a trip somewhere, he could just take a trip somewhere. He's doing all the right things that a lot of people should be doing on here. I know people, they ain't about your celebrities, they ain't about your drama on here. We talk serious stuff on here on this channel, real stuff. Stuff that you should be doing. And you should want to get away from the cities right now with what they doing. What's you used to paying all that rent and being trapped into your four walls like a lab rat? You're a laboratory rat.
I'm not.
By most people gonna be laboratory rats by like mid next year in the summertime.
Bro, you know what's crazy? So my house is paid off in full here in Vegas. So I own it. Or I think I do.
You better look into that.
No, I know I don't. I did a back title search because after my neighbor told me that, he was like, "Hey, bro, I tried to ask the Clark County Assessor's Office that I wanted a copy of my original deed, and they said that it's all digitalized and they cannot offer even a certified copy." I was like, "Really?" And then he was like, "Yeah," and I did a back title search, and the one that has the original deed of my house, it's a bank in Shanghai, China, even though my house is paid off. So I did that.
China?
I did a So I did a back title search on my house too, and a bank in Hong Kong is holding the deed of my house and my land, even though I haven't paid off. Yeah, bro. Remember, only the third. Let's see, how do we put this?
I might have to put this. I might have to put this in the back. I might have to put this in private.
So the original 13 colonies are the only ones that don't have a loan against them by China.
That's my state. I live in a 13 colony state.
They will never put loans against the original 13 colonies.
Definitely.
That's why they're called the Commonwealth.
Virginia too, and Massachusetts too.
So the rest of the country has loans against it. And that's why banks in China own the land.
What about Florida?
Even in Florida. It's
So
not
we
part
in-
of the original 13 colonies.
So if you're in the 13, you're pretty much good.
You in case they decide to say, we want our money now, or we're going to default you and repo it. If you're in the 13 original colonies, you are in the true United States.
That puts me in the true United States, and I'm in Pennsylvania. Sure.
But the bad part about the Commonwealth. That's why it's called Commonwealth,
They make the rules as they go along. I already know.
meaning that they can change the laws
Right. That's right. They
at
make the
any
rules as
time
they
they
go
want.
along. They
They
make
don't
the rules
even
as they go along.
exactly.
They don't
That's
enforce
what
everything. They don't enforce everything here, Carlos. They really don't. You know what I'm
the
saying?
the laws there are called revised statutes. So that revised meaning that they can, let's say, like a petty larceny charge. So let's say you got caught stealing $100 item. That's petty larceny. Well, they can take theft and revise it to fit that petty larceny. So now they can charge you with petty larceny, theft, and they can revise the grand theft charge and charge you with grand theft too, because over there they have revised statutes,
What it
meaning that
is
they can
too.
take every charge that's related to theft and revise it to fit that crime.
You know what they do, my man? They use it for their political adversaries. If you try to make a big move, something, then they'll bring all that stuff out. But you're just a normal person, not doing nothing. They ain't thinking about you. And plus, they got much more big over here in my region. They got much more bigger fish to fry, so they don't worry about the small
Oh
shit.
yeah, oh yeah, of course.
They got a lot more bigger fish to fry. That's what they have too, my man. That's all. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to go ahead and keep this live up, my man. And Carlos, I want to ask you something too. What your plans for your channel and everything for 2023, and what you're going to be doing with the rest of the crew, Sneed and all of them, and Lala Tech.
Bro, honestly, you know me, bro. I just keep it open. I do whatever. I don't even just keep it one thing anymore. Because as much, like I said, as much as I love tech and everything, it's oversaturated.
It is.
So a lot of people just like variety now, and that's what I provide. You know, that's why I just been doing it. You know, variety. You know, one day I'll be doing tech stuff. The next day I'll just walk and chill and talk with people. And then the next day I might just go to the casino, go gamble, chill. And people love it, bro. And
Got a
then the
lot of
next day I might do a live stream at the lab.
Shoot, I'm about to hit the casino one day. If you ever come out here, let me know. We'll take that ride down Atlantic City.
You know it, bro. You know it.
Take that ride.
Bro,
I'm only an hour away from Atlantic City.
bro, I got so many comps for MGM properties. It's unbelievable, bro. I can literally stay for free at any MGM property around the nation. Actually, around the world for a month.
We got the Hard Rock Cafe Casino, which is a pretty good casino. I was down there. Then you have that one called Ocean View down there too. That's pretty good. You know what I mean? And with these new casinos now, you walk in, you don't have to go outside for nothing. Everything's right there. What you need. No reason for you to walk the street or even go to a store. They make it inner cities like that too. You have no reason to walk. They want to take away your car.
They want to take that cash, baby. And they want to stay localized in the casino.
Right, exactly. So, and you got to realize too, the farmland, all of a sudden, farmland is being all brought up by different corporations now. How come Morgan Stanley and all that went ahead and brought a whole bunch of farmland?
Yeah.
I saw it in New Jersey and stuff like that too. When you cross over in Chester, over there to like where all the in Bridgeport, all the factories at, where that road used to be small, most of that farmland became Amazon property, and they built these real big warehouses. And a lot of people think it's them big warehouses will work. We already know it's about to become real storage or something else, but we're not gonna say.
Yeah, of course.
So people better wake up and better smell the coffee, and that's all. So over my channel, we get real tech and we talk about real solutions. And in this year, I'm gonna be going into more details of it with you and all that. So one day, you and the crew, if you and the crew needing all that, y'all welcome to come to my channel. We all welcome to kick it and cut it up. This is not the same channels from before and all that. No, this is a whole complete different network of people and all that from across the world that's on my channel now, from all over the world. Ain't like just the tech community before. No, I got over. I'm about like almost like getting. I probably should be about 2,000 viewers within 6 to 7 months. Subscribers by 6 to 7 months of now. You know.
Bro, keep pushing your channel, bro.
Yeah. So, and I'm going to take it to flyers, and I'm going to take it to barcodes, which I need to do, and we had to do more. So that's all that is. Carlos, Carlos, put your phone number in the back chat because I need that.
All right, I got
Cause
you.
you be changing up your damn number, dude. You always on the move, man. Get that in the back chat.
Got to, bro. You got it.
Yeah, cause I want to talk to you more. Then I want to talk to you more too, where I could improve my channel more too, and stuff like that, and try to get this real built up, and try to hopefully we could get the rest of the community back from the damages that were done from the old channels. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. Honestly, man, people still hold grudges, bro. Then I look at it like this, bro. Your loss, somebody else's gain.
Right, it was somebody else's game. You know what I'm saying? More people came on across the world and everything. But I'm not gonna be talking about no drama. I ain't gonna be talking about no Chabika. I ain't gonna be talking about none of that. I'm gonna be talking about real stuff that matters. And what I'm gonna be doing more on my channel, Carlos, I'm gonna be not just phones. I'm gonna be doing more survival equipment on here, and cars,
Nice.
and car chargers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That you get from the store, and different devices that you could have to jump your battery and all that. That's the stuff I'm going to be getting into. Phones, that every damn thing.
Bro, so here, I'll give you a tip. This is a good one to have.
What's that?
Now that you're talking about something like that. I carry one in each one of my cars. Where the hell are you? Let's see here. Here it is. And I have to go in the trunk real quick.
Okay.
So,
That's what I'm talking. Yo, cuz that's what I'm talking about.
always good to have one. Even though my car's a manual and I can push start it, but if it's too cold one day and I don't want to be pushing outside, then there you go. You gotta always carry one of these around.
Nice. Cause I have a Vector one. That's what I have. I have one for Vector. I got at Home Depot. That's pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
That one's good.
I got one of those. I got sitting on my demonstration table. That's where I got it. That's where I got it at. You know what I mean? So before we go, Carlos, give me your view on 2022 phones and stuff like that, or all the phones and all the stuff that you test, and tell me your best and your worst for 2022, and what's going to be the best going on in 2023. You got the mic, cuz I'm not just going to disrupt you.
Holy crap! I would say, damn. Well, the iPhone is, is my main driver, bro. So I love the stability, the simplicity, the ecosystem. So and the camera system's always good. The video recording's always excellent. So for simplicity, everything, I would say an iPhone is always on top. Now, you want me to rate these? Damn.
Go right ahead. You got the mic, man. This show is yours.
It's tough, bro. Okay, so if you want simplicity and stuff like that, go iOS. Go iPhone. But if you're an Android person, that's always you're going to stick to, then I would have to put it in the list like this. If you want a good phone that gets good cellular network and overall it's pretty damn decent, I would say get an S22 Ultra. That would be like my top pick, S22 Ultra. And then I would say the Fold 4, then the Pixel 7 Pro, and then the Flip 4, and then the OnePlus 10 Pro. Just because I would put it in that order. Just the reason why I didn't put the Fold on top is because I have the Fold 4 and I've already gone through a screen replacement.
Wow. They're not selling too good over here on this side of the country, especially in my city and state. Nobody wants to spend $2,000, and on top of that, a lot of cats already looked into the software and stuff like that. Especially a lot of my big boy cats in the hood at some of these phone stores. They just call it a gimmicky ass phone, dude.
Yeah.
It's just nothing but a gimmick. So basically, what most of these people, instead of getting that, they'll go with the S22 or get themselves an S20, or they just don't go ahead and get a new phone at all.
Like honestly, the Pixel's not too bad.
Yeah, the Pixel was bad. Yeah, that 6A came out to be one of the best phones, man. And I'm thinking about getting my hands on a 6A before a 7. To be honest with you, it makes
Honestly,
sense.
bro, get a 7 Pro. And right now with the rebates, you could basically get them for free. T-Mobile's giving them away for free. Verizon's giving them away for free.
I could deal with
the
Verizon.
watch.
Who else is giving away?
Verizon and T-Mobile and they're giving it with the watch.
Wow.
The
I'm not
new
trying to
Pixel
do
watch.
no more damn contracts. That's what I'm not trying to do.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It's like,
I'm not doing no contracts. I did contracts with that Note 20 Ultra. Never doing that again.
well, if you go directly through Google, they give really good trade-ins.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Remember,
trade-in value.
yeah, I had to talk to behind that with that. You already know the situation with that. I'm not going to put that out there.
Okay.
Yeah, that was past stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mistakes I made in the tech game and all that. People pay your bills when you do deal with these companies. If you're in the tech game, pay your bills. You got to put the ghetto mentality to the side. Say, "F that, I'm not paying this. I'm not paying that." No, in this game of tech, you have to put that to the side and stuff like that. And if you're in this game, you got to almost buy every device out here. Flossie buys every device. Jay Williams buys every device. Easy buys every device. And sometimes the people are buying device in this game that they don't want to buy.
I bought a lot of devices that I didn't want to buy. I just did it for the channel.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Then it's
Bro,
hard
like
to get rid of them too.
Yeah.
Because people are trying to lowball you. Like Marcelli, you was on there. Now trying to sell a phone, dude. I gave him a good price and said, "Can you sell for this lowball?" I told him, "F you, I cancel my account."
Bro, I was trying to sell, the Microsoft Surface Duo 2.
Right.
I only used it 2 times. And that was to do video on the channel, that's it. It's been sitting in the box since. And I was asking $700 for it. And I saw it was selling new for $1,100. All right, I was willing to take 6. Somebody came at me and said 3. And another person said $250. And you know what I said?
What?
I'd rather go burn it in the desert than give it to you at that price.
Exactly.
I'll make more money on the content burning it in the desert because people will donate super chats and all that. I'll do it on the live stream.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they love it when you do destruction. They love the devil's campaign. Yo, yeah. They love that stuff.
Yeah. So,
Straight they do. I'm lying, my man.
Hell no, you're not, bro.
Oh, man. Yeah, so yeah, they rather see destruction. Or you had the one dude back in the day who would take the damn things off a drone and put them the phones almost in the outer space and drop them all the way down. That was in the HTC days. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yup. That was crazy, bro.
Yeah, he lifted them right up with the drone. I forgot the name of his channel. But I gotta bring more techers to this channel too. This new one too. So yeah. So I talk about
that guy was showing that how durable that phone was. The screen, remember how they said it was the unbreakable screen? And it
Right.
only peeled like a little corner. That was amazing, bro. Dropping off that drone, and it barely did any damage to the phone. It worked perfect still.
Yeah. They did it with the Samsung phones. Everything.
No, it was the Motorola. It was the Motorola Droid Force 2.
Droid 4?
Or-
Yeah. Remember, them droids were bad-ass phones, those Motorola's.
Now I remember. Yeah, that
Woo,
was the phone.
yeah, they were
Droid
bad. That's before these edges and all that.
Yup.
Man,
That phone was a tank.
they were wonderful phones. Oh man.
Bro, I still have mine.
And how good does it still work as of today? Because that was Verizon exclusive back in the day.
It still works okay, but on the cellular technology wise, you could notice a difference. It's slower. But I just use it for the projector. Remember how you could clip on the mod?
Yeah, wow.
I still have all that, bro.
Wow.
I still have the Hasselblad camera mod and everything.
Wow.
I love that thing, man.
We have to show that on your channel, or you could. Oh, we can show it on my channel. Oh.
Bro, I wish that Motorola still sold phones with those mods. That was the best shit ever, bro. Think about it. I remember I used to go out with my boys,
Right.
and then we were in the middle of nowhere, bro. And we didn't, we were done riding the quads for the night,
Right.
but we didn't want to go home yet. So I would just pull out the projector mod and put it up against one of the side of our cars and start watching a YouTube video. That shit was tight, bro.
I bet you can't use it with today's YouTube.
Yeah, you still can.
You still can? Wow.
Uh-huh.
What's the highest Android that phone ever reached up to?
I think it reached up to Android 9.
9 is still a good engine too. You know what I mean? Some phones.
Yeah.
Real good. You know what I mean?
Bro, imagine that mod, you were able to make 75-inch screen out of it in HD 1080p.
Wow. And that's crazy too. See, some of these older phones are better than some of these new phones too, when you really realize it. You know what I mean? A lot of these new phones, I don't know. I think they're going to be pretty gimmicky next year if you really realize it. Because they took away more features out of these phones.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, if they come out with a modular phone like that, where you can put like a projector on it and stuff, I think it would attract more people into upgrading. Because it's something different.
Maybe you can do that someday. You got the right people in place, my man.
I don't know, bro.
But then again, I was trying to get into the driving game and stuff. But then when I was starting to get big in the driving game and stuff, I got sick from COVID 2 years ago.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But I wouldn't try to get in that. I'll get into the package game, my man. But I wouldn't get into the driving game with Uber and stuff like that. Them dudes are psychopaths. You know what I'm talking about. You try to get your own business, you'll get heckled.
Oh, yeah, bro.
You might be up in the mountains where you at, fucking around with them dudes.
That's crazy.
See, it seems like we got this mafia democracy going on, and it's nuts.
Yes, sir.
And it's very, 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 very nuts. And remember, we were talking about crypto. There's a part of crypto I didn't talk about. What's your opinion on cold storage wallets? Because cold storage wallets, I think it's going to be the way to go. So your money's not. They can't control your cold storage wallet, and you only know your passcode.
I never looked into it.
Go look in the cold storage wallet. Do not code. What happened with FTX and all the other ones was centralized exchanges. but you use the centralizers to change it to put into your cold storage wallet. Or you had to do decentralized changes. And that's how people are going to get rich. So you get on there ahead of time before they put the hard regulation in, you'll be fine. Always want to
So
have another back end.
what is it called?
Decentralized changes. And cold storage wallet. Look it up on your cold storage wallet.
Okay.
Because when you have cold storage, you can use the centralized changes, and you could transfer it from the barcode to your cold storage.
Okay. I
And
see.
when you lock in your cold storage, one day you may wake up and stuff like that. That cold storage your coin may be worth $1,000, and you could convert that back to cash. See, a lot of people. See, a lot of people don't know about that in the regular world outside of crypto. All they see is that FTX guy. That dude was being used. And the only reason why they locked him up because he's about to snitch on the whole entire government in these schemes to steal people's money. David Leary's money got stolen in that scheme. When he was supposed to be putting money in his change, fried, he went ahead and goes right ahead and lives a life of luxury in his Hawaii home. Not Bahamas home, not Hawaii. He was living in the Bahamas, and that's where they locked him up at, because he was about to go to trial the next day and testify. Now,
you think that's why they took him down?
that's why they took him down. All of a sudden, now they let him get a $2 million bond, and he can't go back to the Bahamas, but he's staying there with his parents' house. His parents helped him get out of it. You gotta remember, a lot of these dudes and kids got powerful parents. Look at George Zimmerman. He had a very powerful dad that had government connections to get out of Trayvon Martin's murder. And they did something for the dad. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Wow, that's freaking crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
With these cold wallets.
I mean, you got high power people in charge. People think we get justice. No. You ain't in that high power circle, forget it.
I'm looking at it right now. You can buy them at Best Buy.
Mm-hmm. And that's what people don't realize. So when I hear people cry and complain about what's happening and getting in their emotions and stuff like that, and you gotta look where the money's falling, look at the trail, and look who their families is before you go off. Parents who are connected in this government have the way of pulling strings. They don't care if it's unjustified. Protect their sons. Let me tell you something, Kensington. My man down there did a video. I'm going to send it to you about a dude that was from Montgomery County. He had no reason down there. But the only reason why he down there, he could do his lawlessness down there in Philadelphia. He couldn't do his lawlessness up in no Eagleville or nothing like that. They'll lock you up there and have you in Graterford. You couldn't do nothing like that in Montgomery County. But after 2 to 3 months of being down there, they become like the dudes down there in Kensington. Don't care, get the swag, and don't give a fuck. That's what happened in drugs. But here's the kicker of this. The parents kept sending their son money for being down there and living in tents. While you got rolled down there, people that are really poor, they have no access to cash money or food. They got to go collect cans on the street, metal, all that, and walk miles and miles to a scrapyard and blocks. While there's rich kids over there who could be home in Montgomery County because he got an addiction problem, wants to be down there. What's your opinion on that, my man?
On what? The addictions?
Yeah, what's your opinion on that? Because the parents are still sending the dude money.
God, that's a very sticky subject right there, bro. You know what I mean? My addiction is real, bro.
So you gotta look at it too. They do what they want, but they have rich parents and people that protect them.
Yeah. It's about the money, bro. It's
Yup,
all about the money.
exactly. So you got to look at in some of these cases have recently happened. Ain't about racist stuff or nothing like that. No, it's all about green paper money, and that what they do is spin the narrative.
All about the money, baby.
I mean, you're West Coast, so you know you got plenty of white collar crime over there in Vegas, L.A., San Fran, all that.
Oh yeah. Got the white collar, the blue collar, the colors that haven't even been thought of for colors.
Right.
Everything.
What are you talking about? Philadelphia always been known for both of them for years, especially the blue collar crime and the white collar criminals and stuff like that. Or the boys from South Philly. They already just locked one of them up just recently
Oh
for
damn.
racketeering. Yeah, I had to send that to you over the phone. I try not to say their names on any live, but I kind of know who is who and then stuff, and don't I just keep it quiet.
It seems like a lot of racketeering stuff happens over there, bro.
Yes, it does. You gotta remember, you got casinos over here too.
Oh yeah. Of course.
You got that. They just like last year they opened up that other casino live right near the stadium. I've been past it. I had the chance to really go inside of it yet. You know what I'm saying? I think what did the damage to me last year when I had buying all those phones for the channel, people got mad. So you don't know who ran their back money mouth to who, and who. Then get back, then your money's held up.
Oh god, bro. The snitching if you got it, right?
Right.
I
So,
don't get it, bro. I don't know what that is, man.
cause with this phone, man, you could have a personal phone, you could have a business phone, but you talking crap on the personal phone, then they get the coordinates, they find out where your business phone is, and you carrying both of them together, and then they figure out who you really are, and that's how they get you.
I don't know what
They know where
I
you
don't know what
Wi-Fi
snitching
at.
is, bro.
They know when you take a photo.
They didn't even know when you took a dump. Oh man.
And I don't understand why these women expose themselves. Those guys seeing every part of every single woman's body across the world. So they're the pimps and the real players. Then put the real pimps in jail. You know?
Yeah, bro.
And that's just the crazy part is. So when you look into that cold storage, my man, that's the way to go, man. You really want to build up your stuff.
That's crazy, bro. I did not know that you could do that and store it
Yeah.
offline.
Cold storage. And they got cards where you could do gold purchases on card with real. You can convert your money to real gold. What's up, Apple fan dad? Come on in, my man. I'm inviting everybody in. This is the end of the year. The link's right in the chat. I put the link in the chat there. Hey, yeah, it's an Apple fan dad's in here now. Too, Carlos.
What's up?
Apple fan dad's in here too. You know who Apple fan dad is.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he's in the chat right now. So come on in, Apple fan dad. The link's inside the chat. You know what I'm saying? The link's inside the chat. You can go ahead and join us. And me and Carlos in conversation. Got any questions about tech, anything in the future of 2023 about it? You're welcome to join, my man. You're welcome to join. See, one thing I learned about this game, man, through the years and stuff, my man Carlos, I'm going to keep it honest with you and real with you. It's the consistency. You can't have emotions and feelings. And that's where I messed up in the beginning.
I mean, that's true.
That's where I really messed up. Easy had me on his live and everything. And I let people get to me. And that's where I fucked up.
Yeah, you can't let stuff get to you, bro.
You know, I'm not that way now no more, but still. When I look back to some of the videos and some of the stuff I did, I had it right then and right there where people would have really joined me back then if I didn't get stirred up. But then I had a big trolling people from other channels and people who had revenge on me with stuff that I did. That followed me. You know?
Yeah.
So I learned from all that. Ain't none of that on this channel. Cause all I do is just block and delete the people and they act like you don't even exist. You don't get low balls and bums airplay. It's what you don't give them. I mean, same time you gotta stand up, but they can't stand up with you in person like a Mexican standoff. Forget it. You agreed?
Agreed.
You know? Cause half of these people here, some of them are fake. They're not really about that fucking life.
Oh hell no, bro.
I know you are. I'm just talking. I know you are. But they're not really about. I'm just expressing you. They really not about that life. They don't see. They don't see the horrors behind the screen that comes with it. The pressure, or when you do one thing wrong, and the real life catches up to you. Your phone and emails are ringing off a hook. People making threats to you, or people telling you, "Yo, what the f are you doing?" You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or telling you, "Look, I need this, I need that." And stuff like that.
Exactly, bro.
And people taking receipts on you and going and back talking about the people that you don't see and what you had done on your videos. And other people who get hurt and kidnapped around, they don't see that part.
Yeah, that's true.
You know? At all. It's in the tech game too. Like Easy was telling me too one time. It's cracked me. I get cursed out behind on the comments on my videos all the time. Easy I was thinking about that. It's not funny, but it is. He don't even sweat it because he owns 2 companies. But it all comes with.
That's the thing. The man is sitting here spending his money to be doing these reviews. Like, how are you gonna sit here and curse him out, bro? At least he ain't being sponsored by and getting free shit from people to be biased. He's being unbiased.
Exactly. And Flossie, he go through it too. He don't even pay them no mind no more. But one time they made threats to him and he had to make the threats back.
Well, of course, bro. Flossie don't be taking shit for nobody. He's funny though, bro. I love him, bro.
Yeah. So Apple Fan Dad's up in the joint. Let me go ahead and pull him up. What's up, Apple Fan Dad? What's up, cuz? Let me see if I can hear you. Yeah, we can't hear you now. Put on your sound. His mic's not connected. I can hear you, Carlos.
I can't hear
Fan Dad, yeah, I can't hear you. Check your mic. Cause your thing's on, but we can't hear you. Okay, we see you on the screen, my man, but check your mic out, you know what I mean? Play with your sound a little bit. If he went in and out, he's gonna come back in.
Well, hey,
can you hear me?
I gotta get going because I gotta go back to work.
Okay.
But I'll be in the live chat.
All right, Carlos. It was nice talking to you.
Good talking.
I'm going to talk to you.
Too,
I think you need to start doing a couple shows on here. What do you think? Would you be down with doing a couple shows with me on this channel?
As long as you let me know in advance, bro.
Okay, we got it. All right. I got your number, and I got your number now. And
as long as we can plan it out and have an advance, then we're good.
Okay. All right, then we're gonna talk about that. We bring 2 phones into the shows too, a little bit too.
All right, then, bro.
All right.
If you're on,
because 2 phones would like to really talk to you, talk to y'all.
If you're on at the time that I'm out, it should be. I think it should be done in like an hour. If you
Okay.
are, then I'll pop back in.
All right, my man. I doubt if I do, but we'll see about it. Apple Fan Dad sounds being he has a problem with the sound. But I salute you coming
All
in,
right.
Apple Fan Dad. All right, Carlos.
All right. Have a good one, brother.
You too. I'm going to give Apple Fan Dan Fan Dad a chance to come back in. Me and him could talk some stuff over and everything. If not, then we're going to do this next year, and we're going to throw the party of 2023. A start in the new year and a start to a beginning. You know what I mean? For 291 technology. That's what we're going to be talking about next. You know what I mean? We got Skull playlist in the chat. Skulls, you're welcome to come in if you want. You know what I mean? Talk about your boxes and everything. And Apple Fan Dad, I'm gonna give y'all at least 10 more minutes because now we at 150 right now, almost 2 hours. Okay, Apple Fan Dad, what we're gonna do, my man, is we're gonna have one next year. We're gonna have one next year, which is not probably on the first, second, but next week of next year, the start of the new year and the start of new lives. So anyone that want to join lives with me and everything and with Keystone are welcome to come in. I want to make this to a big show for everybody. All of us can become a team in this tech, give out information to the small person who don't know nothing about tech, who don't understand anything about it, or who don't use their phones to their fullest potential and don't know all the features to their phones. I mean, it's really serious. It's really serious, and we got to know the one fan and don't know about certain little techno. And when you're getting distracted by everything that's out here on this internet, government, and everything that's negative. So, people, okay, and Skull play this. I'm giving you I'm giving you like 7 minutes to get in. I'm giving you 7 minutes to get in. Okay, so Apple Fan Dad, do me a favor. I'm going to hit you up on I'm going to hit you up on Instagram. We're going to talk things over. Okay. Let me see how you're doing now. Yo, what's up, my man?
Hey, what's going on?
Good. You sound good now. You know what I mean? Then you just missed Carlos for a minute there.
Yeah, I tried on my iPad. It didn't work on my iPhone for some reason. I'm not
iPhone,
sure.
yeah. iPhones get funny sometimes, you know what I mean? I like using it on the Android and all that. I'm trying to get back. I got my Apple computer. Then when I was trying to connect StreamYard to my Apple computer, the thing wouldn't scroll down to start it, so I had to get on my Microsoft computer and stuff like that. I'm using my Razer mic right now. That's why I'm using. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I want to ask you something. What is your best and worst device for 2022? And what you gonna think about what's going on into 2023? You got the mic.
So I'm pretty much Apple only, so I really haven't flirted with any Android at this point. But right now I have the iPhone 14 Pro Max. But I will say I love this device right here. This is the iPhone 13 mini.
Right.
I just love the size of this thing. It's just such a nice size. But for 2023, I'm excited to see where foldables go. I hope that we can get more foldables that are more durable. I know there's rumors of the Pixel foldable coming out. So I'm kind of excited to see where that goes.
Oh yeah, the Pixel Fold. That's gonna be the bomb. And it has the 7 Pro software in it, man. But the only thing I'm not liking about the Pixel today, they don't have the EQ or sound system settings, but they have the dual speakers to them. So you got to get yourself a separate app with them for sound system, like a Boom app or a Power amp.
Right.
With the Pixels,
price point's kind of deep though. They're $1,800. I'm hearing that's what they're going to come in at.
It's going to be $1,800. They're not selling here, and they're not selling over here in Philadelphia. I'll tell you that.
Well, I don't know, because a lot of times a lot of the carriers they do the payment plans, so
Right. What's
maybe
up,
you'll
Malik?
see some people go with it, but it has to be more durable at that price point.
Yeah, it better be durable for that price point.
On top of that, the thing that really gets me with these foldables, particularly the Samsung foldable, there's not a lot of software that supports the larger screen. A lot of times you just get a smartphone application that's blown up. So I don't see the benefit at this point. I think developers need to get on board a little bit more when it comes to these larger screens. So we'll see.
I want to ask you a funny question. When we could sneak a fucking Android to your hand to use it?
What's that?
When we could sneak a fucking Android into your hand?
Well, I used to be really big on Android, and this is what happens.
What happened with that?
So
I like to hear this.
I'm trying to think. Okay, this is going back really far, but I had the HTC Thunderbolt. I don't know if you remember that.
I remember. I'm a HTC man. Guess what HTC I still have?
What's that?
I still got my SV, the red one that was with Boost Mobile with the Beats audio in it, and I still got my two HTC 11. The HTC U11 started my tech channel. It was the first flagship on my tech channel, on my old tech channel.
So here's what happened with Android, and this is the issue I think with Android that kind of drives me insane, is the fragmentation, the updates. What are we at? Android 13? I'm not sure what version are we at right now.
We're on 14. We don't end.
14.
We on 14 now.
Now, a lot of phones you get from the carriers, guess what?
What's
Are
that?
never going to see 14. Compared to my iPhone, when Apple releases an update, guess what?
What's that?
I can sign up for their public beta and get the update within a couple weeks. And that's really valuable to me. I want to test out the new features and everything, but you can't, particularly when you buy these phones from the carriers. And
Right.
The carriers, they load all this bloatware on the devices, which drives me
Yeah,
insane.
that's true.
It pisses me off. On top of that, I have a Mac. And I would say once you start to buy stuff for Apple, you buy AirPods, you buy Apple Watch, you have a Mac, you get more locked into the ecosystem. And once you're in, you can't get out.
Yep. I'm gonna tell you something too. I had Apple. I had the first iPhone. I had the second and third iPhones. I had that. You know what I'm saying? And I still got an Apple. I got an Apple MacBook. I got a MacBook right here that I use. So I understand how you get locked in the ecosystem. Because when you get used to Apple, it's a very comfortable experience.
Oh yeah. Particularly, we have your family members. They have iPhones and iMessage and FaceTime, and once you get in, it's really hard to leave that ecosystem.
And I'm gonna let you know too. Some people still got their iPhone 4. Some people still got their iPhone 5, 6, and 7s.
That's a good point. I mean, these, what was it? The iPhone XR. So we normally keep phones in our family for about 5 years. And the one thing I like about iPhones, they hold their value.
Wow.
They hold their value compared to like a Samsung. So
Yes, they do. Oh yeah, that is true. That's they do. They do hold their value. So when you get a good trading value, you pretty much could get any phone that you want.
Yeah.
With that, because when I got tired of the iPhone 11. I traded it in for my LG Velvet, and I still got my LG Velvet until this day, with the 4K video on it and everything. You know what I mean? It's still a great phone, along with the V60. You know what I mean? So some phones are not losing their value like that Android and like them Apples.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they just good phones. And plus with Apple too, the thing I don't like, you gotta at least put $300 to $400 in it to have the best phone in the world.
Yeah,
On the apps alone. On the apps. You're gonna have to spend a lot of money on those apps if you want to have the best. And you can't do it every month. You have to do one or every 2 years apps on it ahead of time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To be able to keep it going. Cause you do it 1 month, the next thing you know, you want to go buy yourself a beer and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't have no more money. Oh, I got this little bit of money to go buy a beer. Next thing you know, you go right there to slide the card. Next thing you know, Apple snatched that money up.
This is true.
That's
Yeah,
all.
like
Damn.
for a long period
Huh?
of time, I think they may have changed it. I'm not sure, but I do have the I think I have 4 terabytes for iCloud,
Four
but
terabytes.
they only gave you, I want to say 5 megabytes or 5 gigabytes, 5 gigabytes I think, at some point for your backup. And I'm like, in this day and age with 4K video, that's just not enough space. So you gotta pay, keep your stuff backed up, with Apple, which it's a lot of money that you got to pay every month.
Yes,
So
you do. So
yeah,
if I was gonna go iPhone again, this is what I would really honestly do. I'd rather pay 2 years ahead of time for apps that I actually need.
hmm
That's all. One thing do got the best filming software in the world. I'm going to give it to them on that.
Oh yeah, the video,
With the Final Cut Pro and the LumaVision, you make good videos, and a lot of our techers out here have made good videos and able to take their phones portable with that software. As long as they had that Apple computer, then they had that software. Easy done it. Forbes had done it. You know what I mean? And I
yeah.
mean, I mean, Jay Williams. I don't know he done it or not. I'm trying to think of the Arabic. I'm trying to think of the. I'm thinking about the Asian guy who does it and stuff like that in
hmm
California. You know who I'm talking about?
Is it tech? Dave.
Heck yeah, he does all the cam. He does all the camera videos. He's an Asian guy. Let me pull him up on the Telegram.
Not sure.
Let me pull him on up on Telegram real quick. Let me pull him up on Telegram real quick. Let me go ahead and try to get to his name right now. Let me go ahead and get to his name right now. And let me see. Let me pull him up. And I see Jay up in the joint. Let me see now. Grant S. It's Grant S. Grant S. You know what I'm talking about now, Grant S.
No, I've never heard of him.
Check his channel out, because his channel he does all the video cameras and works the cameras to the stream on every phone.
Oh wow.
Yes, he does. If you was to check his channel out, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And Grant's pretty good at. He's been doing it for years. He's pretty good at what he does. You know what I'm saying? That's all. So pretty much. So Apple and so we're gonna talk about 2023. Do you know they're about to get an LG camera put into their phone? The Apple
Yeah, I
15
saw that
Pro?
was like an optical camera, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because I did a video before. I did the first video on it, and Shakara Tech did a video after me on it. Because I did a video on my channel, and Shakara Tech did a video after me on it. You know what I mean? Talking about it. So they're using LG parts into the newer phones now, and some Samsung parts into 2023 phones.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing, and Apple's getting some of those parts too. So, what do you think when they recycle these parts? When they take these phones and recycle them?
Well,
They
I
recycle.
mean, here's the thing with phones. I will say that I think we've kind of hit a point where innovation has really slowed down. If you really think about devices today, when it comes to improvements, you may see a better camera, but there's not much else you can do. I think 5G still has ways to go, but
They got a long way to go.
I think I'm more excited about what comes after smartphones because I think we've hit a wall in terms of the innovation with smartphones.
Mm-hmm. You know what's funny
Yeah.
too? To see the real innovation, you got to go on GitStop. You got to get those overseas phones. I've been looking at a lot of those overseas phones, but they
When you say
starting to catch up
innovation,
now.
what kind of innovation?
They got 200 MP cameras on some of these phones. You know what I mean, and other features that they don't go. You see what they send over here to America, they send us the junk, and they charge 5 times more higher for it than what they would over there charge $300 to $400 for over there.
All right. So
Do your research on that.
here's the thing. Technology is amazing when it works. I would say, being with Apple for all the years, Apple doesn't take risks on new technology. That's why we haven't seen a foldable from Apple yet. Apple normally waits many years before the technology is mature. Even with 5G, they took a long time to offer 5G. I would rather have old technology that works than new technology that works half the time.
You do make it, Dad. You do make a very positive point around with that too, because some of the old technology does work better. Like this, I got the Moto G Stylus. I still have that phone, and guess what it does for me? When I connected to Bluetooth to a good sound system, not even a sound system car with a nice sound system in it, like in a Maxima, like in a Camry. This phone right here, I'm gonna show you it, and it boosts, and I'm gonna have to go to another screen to show you this. Let me go ahead and go switch the screen so we're not blurring and stuff like that, and let me go right ahead and do this. This phone right here. That's the Model G Stylus. That's the 2020 model right here. It's like a full-fledged amplifier to your vehicle.
Oh, okay.
You like when you connect it on Bluetooth, it will boost your system up more and sound like a full-fledged amplifier. Like when I tried it on a Mazda Bose and stuff like that, and a CX-9 joint, that joint sounded like it had a full-fledged subwoofer in it. You could hear me about a block away, especially driving down Center City, Philadelphia. People were hearing it.
Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, proven technology. I mean, technology always says it's great when it works. And I will say, just going back to that HTC Thunderbolt, that was like the first Android phone that had 4G, but the battery life was terrible. So it's just one of those things. I'm more inclined to go with stuff that works than stuff that hasn't really been proven. I will say Apple is normally really slow if you think about stuff like the 120 hertz refresh rate. It took them forever to offer that, so they are really slow when it comes to that stuff. But I think for that they were just waiting for the battery life to get better or something to that extent. But they're always late to the game when it comes to new technology. So but at the end of the day, what is your phone? What can you do with your phone? You can make phone calls, you can send text messages, you can take pictures, check your email, and download apps.
Right. You could listen to music. You could play MP3s. You know what I mean? And in China too. And in China too. And in China and Japan too, you could use it on a vending machine. With the NFC in the back of these phones and stuff like that, you could put two phones together, change information. Even you could change money with it too. And you could use it for cryptocurrency too. HTC had cryptocurrency phones.
Yeah, that's a good one. The wallet thing. That's something that I use. I use Apple Wallet, Apple Pay a lot, Apple Wallet,
right?
A lot. So, it's
I got the Google joint. I use the Google joint sometimes. You know what I mean? If it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? But here it is. I have with these phones too. You got different bank accounts where you don't have to walk into a branch and deal with the difficultness of stuff at a branch. You know what I mean? You don't have the overdraft problems that you know how to do it. You know what I mean? If you want overdraft, it's your choice on the app if you want to use that up as a loan or not. You know what I'm saying? Here comes Malik from Baltimore, Maryland. So you have choices. These phones that gave us these phones that gave you. What's up, Malik?
What's going on?
Ain't nothing much. We talking some good tech here. That's what we're talking about. I want you to agree with me. These phones nowadays have gave kids and a lot of people great opportunities to make money. You have 10-year-olds now and 12 years old are starting to become millionaires off of this.
I mean, I guess you can look at it that way. I was listening to some of the things you were saying, and I would prefer the older phones. We were talking about that picture the other day. Nobody really wants a Google phone.
Exactly.
But when that joint was called the Nexus, that joint was fire.
Yep, that was a HTC phone too. That Nexus was bad. Had the HTC technology in it.
I think you mentioned the HTC with the Beats Audio.
Yep.
I think I had the HTC One. I think it was called the One or the One Max, something like that.
Yeah, One Max had that Beats Audio. I had the SV one that was made by Boost Mobile. That was for Boost Mobile phones. It was the red one with the red back on it. Let me show you that, Malik. Let me show you. Let me go to the cam and show you that.
Malik, you in Baltimore?
Yeah.
I used to live out in Ellicott City.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you remember this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had every hot phone on the market. The only one phone I never had, which I didn't really like, was hold on. That HTC everybody was on. That T-Mobile release. What was the joint called? Not the Wing, not the Dash. With the slide face joint.
Psychic?
No, after that.
I remember this phone.
Everybody named mother wanted that HTC joint. It was the first phone T-Mobile got a lot of bump on.
I might have to look into that. Malik, do me a favor. Can you type an image up on it and put it up here?
You know what the phone is? I'm telling you.
He's gonna type it up. Give me the name. Give me the name to it.
Everybody and their mother got that phone from T-Mobile. It was a T-Mobile exclusive.
Oh, it's T-Mobile's exclusive.
What was that shit? Oh.
Man.
Who made the HTC made it?
It was the Google phone where you had the little dot thing on the front of the jump.
Oh, the trackball, the first Android phone.
What was
You
it
talking
called?
about the G1?
The G1.
Yes.
The G1. I had the G1. I had the G1. Yup.
Yeah.
I had the G1. G1 was complex. When I first got into Android, I hated it.
I was with Verizon at the time.
Everybody
And I was
wanted that jump.
And I was dealing with BlackBerry at the time, so.
I had a BlackBerry, but I would say I really think Android really landed when that Droid came out. When that Droid came out, it was really competition when it related to Apple and Android, you know. But that was the first, yeah.
That's the
Droid-
first one.
Hold on. The Droid for Verizon?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Droid, yup. We was just talking about that, me and Carlos. We talked about the Droids earlier. He still got his Droids, and he still got the projector on his Droid, too.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you the phone that was hot before that. Polaroid made it. It was a Sprint exclusive. The phone came in like that deep maroon color and the blue color.
You said Polaroid made it?
Polaroid made it.
I remember I seen.
Sprint phone.
Oh, it was a Sprint phone. Okay. But damn, because I remember I saw actual Polaroid phones, Malik. I saw that in Norristown. They sold those spots in Norristown. iPhones. Cause you had phones back in the day. They sold iPhones and stuff like that, but they didn't sell them nowhere else.
The phone was I can't. What was the name? It was the Sprint phone because Sprint jumped out with the hot phone first. They had the Polaroid
Epic.
joint.
They had the Epic for ATC. I remember that.
Then they had that HTC slide phone.
The Hero.
What was the HTC slide phone? It was a Windows-based phone. Everybody wanted that joint.
Oh yeah, the
was
Windows
the Hero.
phone. Yeah,
I think
my
it was
homie
the
had
Hero.
that phone. Yep. I remember he was trying to sell it to me for $245. Yep, that Windows phone. Windows left the market when it came to the phone business. But they
Because
recently got back in with the new one that they got with what's that one that they got now that they have out now too? They have in the store.
The Duo. I think it's
The
called
Duo, Surface Duo. Yeah,
Surface Duo, yeah.
that's when they got back into it.
But that's not.
the hottest phone, and they won't release it in the States, which would kill the iPhone, is the Sony Zaire 1.
Oh yeah, Sony, no shooting. That's the one we was talking about. That's no point in shoot camera with those phones. You had to know how to film with
I have
those
to
phones.
disagree. I think the issue, because Sony, they make better phones than Apple. But I was talking about this a little bit earlier. Once you get ingrained to like the ecosystem, like an Apple ecosystem, it's hard for people to leave. You know, if you think back to, let's say, BlackBerry, for instance, everyone was using BBM, and I think it was just BBM. No one wanted to get rid of that BlackBerry until Apple came along and Android came along. So it took a lot.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, it took me a lot to get rid of BlackBerry too. I loved it. I love my torch.
What made BlackBerry so popular was if you had it, it was a status phone.
I'll be right back, fellas.
Yeah.
Y'all hold the mic down.
Because
This is true.
if
It
you
was a
can think
status.
about it, the first status phone was the Palm, that Palm Duo, that Palm Trio. Remember that first? Remember when Palm and the phone
Windows?
first came out? You had the
Yeah, the
Palm Duo, the
750.
Palm Trio.
The Trio, the 650 and the 700, I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Right. And then they made, and Palm really screwed up when they made the Palm Pixie. That little smaller version with the slide. That Pixie was some trash.
I
And
had
BlackBerry,
that phone.
what BlackBerry
I had
did
that.
was BlackBerry capitalized and they started making the Curve series.
Yeah, the Curve with the trackball. Yeah, I had one of those.
Because
I think I had one of those. Yeah. You know what I had? I had the BlackBerry. What was that called, Malik? It had a touch screen. If it was with Verizon only.
the Tour.
No.
They made a Tour and they made a touch where you could push the whole screen.
Yeah, what was that called?
Called the Touch.
Storm. It was called the Storm.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. It could have been that.
Yeah, I think it was called the Storm. Hold on one second. And they spent Verizon spent a lot of money from a marketing standpoint on that device, and it was a flop. It was trash.
Well,
Because they took a non-touch screen interface and tried to make it a touch screen. It was just buggy, and I think at that point, I want to say, I don't think the iPhone was out at that point.
yes. See, what happened was, Verizon tried to compete with these other carriers, but they really couldn't. If Verizon would have stayed in their lane, because Verizon's phone quality customer service has always been upper echelon. The problem was everybody wanted that customer service experience. That's why you had so many people migrate to Verizon until they started getting them inflated bills.
Yeah.
And then they realized that Verizon was about a different class of people.
Yeah.
So then what wound up happening was Sprint's resurgence to the game was when they brought Nextel. Because a lot of people don't realize that Nextel phone was going to be the killer.
Yeah, I remember the marketing, because I think Nextel was riding off of Boost was using Nextel's network, if I'm not mistaken.
It was the other way around. It started in California. They called it Boost, and it was prepaid. But what happened was that was the way for California people to get the same service without having to go through all that credit check rigmarole. Now, if you can remember, because I think we talked tech before, the Nextel was the solid killer. Everybody couldn't get it, and what wound up happening was, I'm almost willing to bet that their fraud started becoming more than their revenue.
So anyone who signed up would get approved for the most part, or
no? What happened was, because of the walkie-talkie, they kind of started gearing towards businesses. So what people would do was they would apply for a 5 to 10 line account as if it was a business. So what they would do was they would give you, let's just say 500 anytime minutes and unlimited walkie-talkie, but you had to pay kind of an inflated rate. But what happened was they had so many third-party agents. Because if you can remember at one time, when AT&T was singular wireless, you had all these little small mom and pop shops. When Verizon was still 9X Mobile, and what did it go to after 9X Mobile? But you can remember you had all these mom and pop shops. And you even had little dealerships that would sell Sprint phones. So all these third-party stores had access to all the corporate accounts. So, right, see? Right there. That part. And what was going on was you had, let's just say my particular Nextel rep had the ability to waive the deposit from 500 to 250.
Absolutely.
And that's why I said the fraud with Nextel was ridiculous. Because even in talking tech, and the statute of limitations is over, that was the height of the burnout series. You got to remember, from probably 94 till 2002, maybe 3, the bulk of the phones was burnout.
I remember them.
You had folks who had the grabber who would grab the Cell One and Verizon numbers and duplicate the numbers. Then you had the track and tracing numbers and the preloaded numbers that came out to Canada. So you had a big series of frauds for shit 10 years.
Yeah, but also remember when Sprint bought Nextel, Nextel had a different technology, and I think it was hard for Sprint to merge their tech. I'm not sure was they on CDMA.
That was a merger. That merger between Nextel and Sprint was horrible. It took them a long time took them a very long time to merge. You know what I mean? That's when I was playing around with Nextel and Sprint phones at the same time.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying?
But see, what happened was the actual merger takes longer than we know. Like how T-Mobile has finally acquired Sprint. That shit was 5 years. They just made it official. Was it last year, maybe year before?
Yeah.
The shit happened 5 years ago. But what happened was this: if you can remember, Sprint was still behind the 8 because everything went GSM. And if you can remember, I hate I'm telling my age, I'm pride. If you can first remember, when Voice Stream first dropped, which we all know is T-Mobile, Voice Stream was approving everybody.
I still got that phone somewhere. My homie had that phone.
And what happened was they start jumping ahead of the game. Now, for those who we missed probably, I don't know if y'all said, the hottest phone ever has always been that Nokia 8800 series. It was a candy bar, had the game on it called Snake. The battery life was ridiculous. You probably could go 2 days on a fully charged battery.
What network? Was it a digital phone or analog phone?
You had the analog version and the digital version.
Oh wow!
Because the first digital version I can remember was, if you can go back to the Matrix and remember the phone he had, the silver phone he had, and the face slid down. That was called like the 8860, 88, something like that. But that's when they went with GSM. Because if you Sprint never went from GSM. What they did was they came with the hybrid series when they had the Nextel, and you had the CDMA phone, and it had chips for the walkie-talkie, which wasn't a bad idea. But now, if you can remember, that's at the time when phone prices started to peak. And that's when the black market totally jumped off. Because if you can remember, from like 2001 maybe to 2005, the carriers would hit you with the come join us and we'll give you the Nokia 8260 for $2.
A penny.
With a bill that never declines. I tell you that.
That was before what we got now is the finance rate. So when it comes to this tech, it was a lot of things that we kind of missed that was right there.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, why didn't the sidekick stay around like it used to?
Too many other phones came out after that sidekick, and so many duplicates of it came out too.
But now let's think about it. The sidekick was a phone for gamers, if you really think about it.
Yes, it was. That is true.
Now,
that's true.
If you go on, it still may be on eBay. You can buy a sidekick. The sidekick still holds its value a little bit. But what killed the sidekick was the two-way payment.
Yep.
And the only reason why the two-way pager fizzled out is because they never made a car charger. Had they made a car charger, it would have been a wrap.
It'll still probably be around now, to be honest with you. That would have changed history. Straight up.
Hey, can we talk about these iPhones that have been flopping in the last couple years?
The who?
These phones,
iPhones.
The what was it? The iPhone 12 mini, the iPhone 13 mini, and now the iPhone 14 Plus. No one's buying these phones.
Okay. Now I have inside track. The minis flop. The 14 Plus is actually doing good. The problem with Apple is this. They are producing phones too fast. And what they're doing is, hold on. Apple is trying to chase the Pixel. The Pixel probably has the best phone on the market. I mean, pardon me, camera. The camera on the Pixel is out of this world. The second best camera I hear is on, I want to say the LG V60. It's on one of them LG phones. It's either the V60 or the L something. They say the camera on that is dumb. And that was hot maybe 4 years ago.
V60's got some of the best cameras out right now. It's outdoing these new phones right now, the V60, which is crazy.
What's going on?
But LG, they got out the game, right? They shut down their smartphone business, I think.
But the whole everybody's trying to fix that Pixel camera. But if Apple goes back to what they came out with first, the 6 Plus, and do away with all, they will make up. But what people don't realize is when the 14 come up, the 8 and the 8 are no longer good. Every year they phone, the last old phones is another voice. And to be perfectly honest, it's kind of like you had a MacBook. And
I got a MacBook right here, right now. That's what I have.
But you think your MacBook has, but if you pull the drive out and you put standard state drive your MacBook, back to business almost.
Malik, check your mic because you're fake. You're blobbing in and out.
The echo is coming from the because before I logged on, I echo.
I wanted to ask you a question, Malik, too. What you think about the next iPhones that are coming out, the 15? They're supposed to have an LG chip in, a camera chip into it. I did a video on that a couple days ago.
Well, my cousin on the beta test iPhone 15. He was impressed, but wasn't impressed. He was more impressed with what's the name is that better?
Go ahead and say some more. Sing a little song and dance, and I could judge it sounds better.
The
Now you sound a little bit better. Yes, you do. Let me see. Just say a few words that way we block in and out. I want to understand everything you precisely is saying.
He was more impressed with the what's the
Are you still going in and out, Leak? You still going in and out?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I just muted myself and see if it was me, but I don't think it's me.
Not me. Let me go ahead and pause my joint real quick. Okay.
Hello?
That's better.
Oh, he got Tech, you got two windows open.
Yeah, it's him. It's not you, because now you're really clear. Yeah, it's something. He maybe his Steam Deck, SteamYard is doing something weird.
He he's on the beta testing. He
Oh,
liked
okay.
the device, but he was like that new charging, whatever the charging system that Samsung uses now is the whole highlight to what they're doing with the new Apple. So he spent more time talking about whatever type of charging
Fast
system.
charging, like the fast charger, maybe.
Yeah,
It's amazing how fast you can charge phones though today. It's crazy. It's pretty impressive.
you know he spent more time talking about that and the slightly difference in the Rectine. But he was like, when it comes to Apple,
Mm-hmm.
they produce them too fast.
Mm.
You're not really making any major changes.
Yeah, no, you're not really. I mean, if you think about if you go from the iPhone 13 to the 14, and I think like that might be the problem with the iPhone 14 Plus is the fact that there wasn't much difference from the iPhone 13 to the iPhone 14. It was like, what's the difference?
You got that right. It wasn't a much difference at all.
Yeah, it wasn't much. And I give them a little bit of credit. We're dealing with the pandemic and the chip shortages and everything. But I forgot which YouTuber it was, but they were asking, why do we need to come out with the iPhone every year? Like, what? Why? Like, what's the point? Um, and I think Tim Cook was just saying, you can take better pictures, blah blah blah. But really, you don't need it. I mean, the technology has slowed so much. It's almost it doesn't make sense. I mean, I get it. You want to keep your shareholders happy, but if you're producing all these phones and then you're not selling them, what are you doing to your bottom line? You're destroying it. So it's a toss up in terms of, okay, what new feature am I going to put on this new phone? I think one of the highlights that they talked about with the iPhone 14 was the ability to contact emergency services if you're in a situation where there's no cell coverage. But other than that, there wasn't much else that these new phones were offering. You got what? Dynamic Island? That's a bit of a reach, So, I mean, I'll be honest. I like what they did with Dynamic Island. They kind of, uh, you know, took the hole punch and kind of used it to its advantage with the software. But it's a reach. Yeah, it's one of those features that you can put on a sheet of paper and say, "Oh, this phone has this, and this one doesn't have this." But at the end of the day, what's the difference between a notch in a circle in your display, really?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Pretty much. It don't make no sense to pay for gimmicks. That's what I feel about it. I'd rather get
yeah.
the 13 instead. Why pay for gimmicks? The same thing with the Fold 3 and the Fold 4. All you get is the extra AMOLED display. That's all you get.
But I think what Malik said earlier, when he was talking about the BlackBerry. A lot of times, people buy the latest for status. It's like, oh, I have the latest, and you don't, so that means I'm superior to you. So,
Nah,
yeah,
that's not cool at all. Cause like I said, if you try to keep up with the Joneses, you know what I'm saying? You pay the most money. When that phone comes down 6 or 7 months later, you pretty much got fucked.
yeah,
but
yeah,
And once you realize you got fucked, you look like a fool.
yeah.
but you got to remember that everybody wants it. So, like you can
Malik
read
he's can't hear
Let
him.
me go ahead and put.
you can resell your iPhone for damn near what you paid for it.
Yeah, I was telling him that. I was like, yeah, they hold their value,
So
but
with
more so, I was like, even like for us, we have a family plan. We keep iPhones for 5 years, 4 or 5 years, and they all get updates. So that's the one thing I like about iPhones is they last a long time. Yeah.
The only thing I'm interested in for real is that new watch.
With the Ultra.
Yeah, because I want to know um, how they were able to get that satellite technology.
Speaking of watches, is the is Apple? They just dominate that market. They just dominate the smartwatch market. I mean,
I'm not gonna say that because
if you look at people's wrists, come on, everyone has an Apple Watch. It's
you know,
it's
Fossil makes a smartwatch that works with all smartphones.
yeah, but they ain't pushing the same amount of units that Apple is.
But see, it's not a unit thing; it's a quality thing. Like, let's be honest. If you really think about it, they could have scrapped the Z Fold, right?
Hmm.
Kept the Note.
Yeah.
But what they wound up doing was they went from the S series to an Ultra series to get rid of the Note and come
Hmm.
with the funniest part about that fold is $2,000.
Yeah.
And from what I hear, my bro is on that team. He's like, dude, it's really not worth the price point. Like for
Yep.
that amount of money, he said it's a series of other phones he would recommend way before that fold.
Yeah. It's like I was talking about this durability of the Fold. Guess what? You want to go hit the beach. You better not take that Fold with you. You get sand up in that hinge. It's gonna be a problem. Yeah, it's a lot
Yes,
of
it
money.
is. And I agree with you 100%, Malik. When I talked to a couple people, I know one person that works at T-Mobile. He told me that phone was a gimmick, and I already knew that phone was a gimmick from the giddy up. You know what I'm saying? Compared to the three. So if I'm going to get any phone, I'd rather just get the three instead. You know what I'm saying? I learned one thing. I learned, man, not to keep up with the Joneses. And when I tried to keep up with the Joneses, I went through bad luck scenarios. That's all. Try to get your money's worth. That's how I look at it.
You know what's interesting about the landscape right now of the smartphone market? There's only what, three, maybe four players that are relevant. Really, we know who the two are: um, Samsung and Apple, at least in the states. Um, but does Motorola, do they make a high tier smartphone at this point?
Now,
Yes, they do. They got
How
the
much is it? How
X30.
much it
They got
cost?
the X30. They got
Oh,
the
they got that Razor
X30.
Flip.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Razor's good. That Razor 3 is good. See, most of their high tier phones are sold overseas. And when they bring them over in America, they bring them over in different names.
Yeah.
That's what they do. I know how Motorola works. I've seen the pattern last year and the last couple of years. You know what I mean? Like the Edge 30X that's over there in China. It's the Edge. It's the Motorola Edge. It's a Motorola Edge Pro.
Who else you got? You got OnePlus.
One
Um,
Plus 11 coming out. That's coming out too. That's gonna be coming out.
now,
They gotta
and then
thing with
Google.
that.
now, I heard that OnePlus monster,
Really?
monster.
What's that headline feature going to be?
The last one I touched was the OnePlus Noid, which may be about I say
That's that budget. That's that
Yeah, it's a
budget phone,
budget
right?
one. I got the Nord 100. I
Oh,
did
okay.
videos on that.
The question I have is: it better than the Google Pixel 7 Pro?
um I can't call it because
Yeah.
play that. Yeah, I've never played with it,
Mm-hmm.
so I had the Noid one for about maybe a week, and I was impressed. But it's an Android phone, so my impression of boredom kicked in fast,
Got you.
and I was done. So once I got done with it, it wasn't nothing else I could do with it. Can I get the old ticket? So once I got bored, I left it alone. But they say it's awesome because they have a newer version that either came out last year
They
or
got the
tops that.
200 and they got one that came out this year. You got the 300. The 300, you could get that right on Metro PCS. I'm going to be reviewing one next month.
Yeah, they say it's nice,
Do
and
does
and the
OnePlus
price
put
point.
do they put bloatware on their phones? OnePlus?
Um,
I guess if you get it from the carrier, probably. Yeah, I guess if you get anything from the carrier other than Apple, they're gonna put their Sprint soft, well, whatever.
well,
Yeah,
I'm going to say no because if I'm correct, it's not the bloatware because Samsung dropped TouchWiz a while back, didn't they?
yeah. They have the UI. What is it called? Their UI is what is Samsung? The Samsung. Look it up. They have something else now.
Yeah, I know that TouchWiz was
One. It's called One UI. That's what they're using now.
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, TouchWiz. That yeah, I remember that. All the drops and you tap the screen and yeah, make all that noise. Yeah. Yeah, but that I was talking about, like, bloatware and the extra software that they put on these phones. It really upsets me, you know. Um, and I was talking about with Android, the updates. If I was to go back to Android, it would probably be Pixel because you get the updates in a fairly timely manner compared to if you buy a phone from a carrier. Um, but yeah, that's the thing that really drives me crazy about Android. Even though a lot of times you'll find that the Android phones have better tech than Apple. Well, most of the time, yeah. But it's just Android. They make these deals with the carriers and they load it up with bloatware, and then you don't get the updates because the carriers kind of control the smartphones for the most part.
I'm back, fellas. I had to check up on the mic and everything. So, do I sound better? And because I was clashing with Malik earlier, I was clashing
Yeah,
with you.
you sound better. I don't know how Malik sounds though. So
I was clashing up. And Malik, I want you to answer this question. What was your best phone selections for 2022 and going on into 2023? What you think is going to come out the winner and the ones that came out the losers this year and the ones that are going to come out the losers next year? You got the mic.
I think we might have lost him. Yeah, I think we lost Malik. He might be.
We lost him. I'm gonna wait for him
Yeah,
to come back. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Wait for him to. I'm gonna wait for him to come back. I think Motorola, if they get the cameras better to come up. Did you see the phone that Force brought the Magneto one? He did a
Who brought
video
who
on it
who brought it up?
for Force Tech reviews. He brought the Magneto, the new Edge Edge 30, the Edge 30 Pro.
Is that the Motorola?
Yeah, it's a Motorola. Go on the
Is that
Motorola
the one with the
website.
240 hertz screen?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. It's the red one. It's the red one.
Can you hear me?
If we can hear you now. Yep. Did you hear the question that I asked you?
I think it's going to be hard to beat Apple.
It's gonna be hard to beat Apple.
Yeah.
And So for 2022, which was your best phones that you got or you liked it this year, or which ones you think were the flops?
Um, I definitely think that whole mini series was a flop.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Apple made this phone for a reason. Who wanted this phone? You know what? I know I wanted the phone. I know I wanted. I guess I was just getting tired of big phones, so I wanted it. But once I got the phone and I started using it, the battery life was terrible and everything was just small. But I think it's the nostalgic that comes with it. If you think back to like the older iPhones, the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 5, just that one hand usability, it's somewhat refreshing. Um, but yeah, most people they want that battery life, I think.
That
What's
battery
your
life is
thought?
very important.
I think what made the mini a flop was everybody has gotten used to a phablet.
Yeah.
But um, Apple had no need to go backwards.
Yeah.
Once they left the original 5 and they went to the
Six.
6 and the 6 Plus,
Yeah.
they should have kept that formula right there. They
Mm.
didn't need to go 6. I mean, they didn't need to go uh when it came out with the SX. They didn't need to come out with the XS and the SX Max. But
You talking about the
Apple
Pro
made,
Max, the Pro and the Pro Max is what you talking about.
no, before when the X came out,
The S, okay, the S
then they
models,
came
okay.
out with the XS, and they made a XS, and then they made a
Oh,
XS
XS, I
Max.
know you talking about. Was that the one with the gold on the back?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
That was a
was an
nice size.
expensive
That was
phone.
like a good medium in terms of the size of the phone. It wasn't too big. It wasn't too.
Right.
I remember that phone. Yeah.
right. But if you think about it, now you have an 11, an 11 Pro, and 11 Pro Max,
Yeah.
and the Pro and the Pro Max are the same, minus the extra camera.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I like the size of the Pro Max too. That's one thing I like about it. I can never see myself with no damn mini. I tell you that. I don't see
Now,
the point.
I will say this: the one thing Apple, and I don't think they realize where they missing, is folks like color.
Mm.
So if they actually made a 11 and the 11 Pro Max, make one of them heavy on the color waves,
Hmm.
because I've noticed most women carry the base model, and
Yes,
that's
they
because
do. That's true.
they
That's
can get
true.
it in that red or that lavender or that lilac. They like colorful phones. So if they stuck with that formula, I think Apple would do way better.
And people are stuck on iPhones. To be honest with you, like you said, they used to comfortability in the system up there. They not. I mean,
iMessage, iMessage, FaceTime.
yep. That's what they're used to. Then they got to deal with an Android. Get used to it. It's like too much for them. That's what it is. Now, you techies like me, you and Malik, we can get adjusted to these type of phones and make it work for us. You know what I mean?
Well,
That's all.
I probably, not to cut you, I probably would never do Android again. But I will say this: um, I think what keeps Apple relevant is they stole BlackBerry's formula.
The
True.
BBM.
Wow. Yes, they did. Yes, they
Not
did.
now, I won't even necessarily say the BBM. I'm saying that if you really think about it, an iPhone is basic in the mug. And And what they did was they took BlackBerry's approach and ran with it. They
Yeah.
added a few bells, no whistles, and just ran with it.
Damn. Wow. Scam
So
artists, scam artists, scam
so
artists.
what? So Malik, what you're saying is like the more is not good a lot of times. Keep it simple.
Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
And the best way I can put it is don't give too many options, but always have a choice.
Mm.
Hmm.
It's like going to the Chinese spot. Well, I think the Chinese spot you got like 100 different options.
Yes, you do.
It's like
Yeah.
just I don't want to look through this whole menu. Just give me a couple
Give
choices. You
me,
know.
give me pork. Give me beef on rice, shrimp fried rice, pork on rice. They got so many options.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, Apple should just when you have jumped as far ahead of the game as they have, you pretty much can do what you want. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you outthink yourself as far as technology. And Apple continues to outthink themselves because I hate to say it, don't too many motherfuckers care about if your camera zoom 18 times and banana flip and duck drop.
Yeah, this is true.
And you
But
got the and go right ahead, Malik. I'm gonna let you finish on your point right there. You're making a very valid point right here.
they do care about the productivity. But
Yep.
Apple keeps thinking it's about bells and whistles, and it's not.
They're gonna find out when they flop. But then Apple has a core audience that's gonna buy no matter what. Even they even put a little inch of a feature on it. People gonna buy it.
Facts, but in all due retrospect, it would be hard for Apple to flop.
People are comfortable with them.
I thought the same thing about BlackBerry though.
Hmm.
It's not so much that people are comfortable with it.
I remember Steve Jobs was talking about something called the sticky effect with Apple,
But
and
go ahead.
it's like it's features that they put on these devices to keep you put,
Keep you
you
hooked,
know,
right?
keep you hooked.
Yep. Keep you
Okay,
hooked.
now I would agree with that, but it's not so much that people are comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's the norm.
Mm.
Like I've heard people say, "Oh, you got an Android?" Yeah. Oh man, I can't take no green text messages.
Mm.
Hmm.
But everybody everybody has their own. I don't want to say premonition, but their own particular stigma when it comes to
Everybody like what they like. I know where
Do
exactly
you
you're
do
going
you
with that.
guys agree that Android has a? It was a video. It was something my kids were talking about. They were talking about if like the kids if you have an iPhone, if you have an Android like in high school, a lot of people look at you as being poor versus if you have an iPhone, which is it's like it kind of rolls back to that whole status thing, or like,
Yep.
oh, you got a green bubble. I don't want, I ain't doing nothing with that, you
It's
know.
like back in the day when you had Didis or you had Bobos. It's what it is with that, right?
But I mean, with Android, you can spend some serious money on an Android now. Don't get it twisted. You can um
There's a pawn shop I know that's selling these same phones for a much lower price. If they were the carrier, they'll sell it for you for half.
yeah. Don't get me wrong. You can what? You can buy a Pixel for $1,000. Um, you can spend some money, but I do wonder if it still comes down to a status thing when it comes
It
to
comes down
Apple a
to a
lot of
status thing.
times.
But to be honest with you, people really not really caring about that. People trying to feed their families, eat. Just all they concern is just trying to get by the next day. They really, you could go to a bar. They don't care about the status of your phone. Really, I got cats I know are still hanging on the phones with the screen and glass falling out the joint, and they still trying to hang on to that phone. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
They don't care. It's 32 or a bit or not. You know what I mean? They still hang on to that phone no matter what. Let me make sure that you're in. Okay, we go add you back. All right, you're back in, cuz.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna step down because I make a move. Listen, when it comes to Apple, it's like Nike.
Mm.
Meaning, how could I put this? I give you the best example. Everybody like Air Force Ones now.
Right.
Everybody want to wear Uptowns, but before Uptowns, you had the Delta Force series. Before the Delta Force series, you had the Canvas Air Force Ones. But it's always Nike. So no matter how you slice it, Nike gonna win. And that's why Apple has put themselves in a position to always win.
Hands
Because
up.
you want that status quo. And if they really stop going so hard, they will make out better. Like I've heard people say, tech guys say, "Yo, I'm not
Yep.
never getting nothing past the 8 Plus. I like the home button."
Mm.
Hmm. Wow.
You have Apple users who like what they like. Case in
They
point,
might.
like
Mhm.
I said to you before, when it comes to the MacBook, if you
Mhm.
pull out the drive and put a standardized state drive in your MacBook will run another 10 years.
Damn.
Wow.
Really, you don't really need to get nothing new
But
if you
people
know
don't.
ways to get around it. That's good.
Right.
That's good to know, Malik. I'm gonna do that. You taught me
But
something.
but see, look, I'm not a tech guy. My brother taught me. Like I got an iPad Air, and I was like, y'all want a MacBook because I wanted a keypad. He said, yo, just buy a keypad for your iPad.
Hmm.
So what did I do? I went out and I brought a MacBook Air. A guy said, yo, listen. He said, when it comes to Apple, don't buy anything older than 5 years. I got a 2017 MacBook Air. The battery life, 100%, everything good on it. The guy said to me, he said, you got a MacBook Air and an iPad Air. He says, you have no storage. My brother
Hmm.
said, anything he used, he gonna put on the flash drive. The dude said, good point. He said, but you realize you have two of the same thing. My MacBook Air is the 11-inch. My iPad Air is
5.
10.4. He said,
10.5.
you got the same thing. But because I got an iPhone Pro 13 Max, I had to have a MacBook Air. I just brought the shit for nostalgia sake. And because I could. And when
Hmm.
you in Starbucks, it looked fly.
Mm.
But now, to be honest, my brother still got his, and you gonna laugh at this shit. His Dell Inspiron,
Inspiron. Damn.
he got the first generation of Inspiron.
He got
So
the
what's
first
that?
generation.
What's
Wow.
what's that? 04, 05 maybe?
He's still using it.
Yes.
What software is it running? Like Windows Millennial Edition or something? Like
No. He got the newest Windows on it.
Windows. Wow.
Oh, he was able to do that. That's my stuff my cousin in Chester used to be able to do. He built
But
one of
now
my computers.
How
here's
much?
go ahead.
Now you wonder how much RAM is in it. Like how much RAM you got in that thing?
I put it to you this way. It's fast enough and it pushes Serrato.
That's what I'm talking about. Saved him a lot of money, didn't it?
Right. Now he has a 2 terabyte hard drive he carries with him. But that Dell pushes Serrato. And he has two of them. He has, for those who remember, the first silver one, and then they came out with one that was like color, like white and something or something. He has two of the same exact computers, just different colors,
Hmm.
and they work perfectly fine.
See, people know what they're doing. They can make their stuff last. And you make a good point like that, Malik.
And what he does is, maybe once a year or every 18 months, he goes in and he may take off things he really didn't use, but it still works like a charm.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. See, that's what I'm talking about. When you can save some money and you can make your stuff last for a long time and be able to do what the newest stuff to do without having to get new stuff. That's a beautiful thing in tech. And you know what you're doing. Hey, it pays off.
He
I have a
won't
cousin that does
he
that
won't
stuff.
eat apple fruit. He don't do with nothing apple. Computer, no. Phone, no. He won't deal with nothing apple. Hands down.
So you basically like Windows and Android, right?
Yes.
That's
Matter of
good.
fact, he just got rid of his Note 3.
Damn.
I still got my Note 3. Know what I just use it for? My Note 3? Just for little stuff. I just use it as a data bank just to keep little stuff away from other phones. I don't want to put in the other phones.
He got rid of his Note 3 2 years ago. Hold on. Okay, he got rid of it because he had to, and he got the Note 10. But he kept his Note 3 from 2015 till pre-pandemic, and
Wow.
he wouldn't consider another phone.
You know what happens with these phones over time, which what makes us buy new ones? The battery. I think with those phones, you can replace the batteries pretty easily. I think the batteries were removable, but then at some point they stopped. Everything was kind of built in.
Now you're right about the
Yeah,
battery. I think that was the issue
yeah.
he started to have, but don't quote me. I think he went online and bought two batteries, and
Yeah.
I think the only reason why he finally upgraded the phone was Sis wound up getting the S20,
Uh-huh.
and I think they gave the Note half off,
Yeah,
Well,
you can't give it up. You can't pass that up.
they came with a pretty good deal. That's what they came with.
something like that. But he won't even think about another phone.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm gonna have to jump off. My wife is yelling at me.
She
But
yelling.
yeah,
Let
I
me
was
show you
supposed to
right
watch a
here
movie.
what he was talking
Wow.
about. Take a look.
I was supposed
Take
to
a
go
look
watch
at
a
that
movie
now
with her.
stock of phone.
Mm.
That's the Note 3 right there. That's the Note 3 you was talking about, Malik, right there.
Yeah.
And you can still use the pen on other notes. I used it on my Note 20 before, the pen on other notes, and I tested it on other notes too. It still works. It still works real good right here.
You the man.
Hmm. Got the older phones, going to get newer ones, but not. I'm going to focus more on like survival technology, what I was telling to do, and more like car technology. Because everything's not phones. You got to show other people other things too that they can use, and that's going to make a difference in their livelihoods and in a world. So old phones do make a good data bank if you don't want to put it into the newer technology. You know what I mean? And you can keep it somewhere quiet and secret. You know what I'm saying? You have some. You have. I was just talking to my boy that was on there from St. Louis. He was talking about his uncle is still using a track phone, an old track phone, and he has 5,000 minutes left on it. He
Damn.
never had to get another. He never has to get another phone again, Malik. Another phone ever. You know what I mean? So some guys my age and older, they're not really into the technology. They still have analog phones.
That's true, because I think one of my OGs just got rid of his razor.
He just got rid of his razor. They got new razors out, Malik. They got
No,
new ones out.
I'm talking. I'm talking the first razor.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I know you talk. I know exactly you talking about. And that was why I laughing because you got new ones. You got another second edition of razors. You got the first one, second one, but the third one didn't come out. That's still overseas. That first one's bad. I remember having that one with Singular Wireless.
I,
That was nice.
I would take the second generation. The was it the V9, the R9? They
V9R9. I forget about the code shit that I had one for Singular. That's the one I had for Singular before they became Verizon.
okay.
I had that one
No,
right
you did.
there.
But
Watching all types of videos on it.
before Singular became AT&T.
Singular, let me see. Yeah, Singular. I think Singular. Yeah, you're right. Singular became AT&T,
Okay, if you can remember, then
and Voice Stream became T-Mobile.
right now the razor I'm talking about, they premiered it with the first set of Bluetooth headphones that went around your neck.
I remember that. I never got the Bluetooth stuff went around your neck, but I remember having that razor in my hand, watching videos on it.
And what was it called?
It
Was
was
it
a Motorola razor, just a regular razor. That was it back then.
this joint was called something?
Oh, you talking? Let me see. You might be talking about something else. That's not even in my mind right now, Malik. Look it up and see what you come up with. I'll let you have the mic. I definitely got to have you back up on here again. You know what I mean? You have a lot of good history on tech. Let me see. Let me see. I could look it up. The first razor. Let me go on my thing. Look up the first razor. Razor one. Razor one. Let me see what we got. Malik. Trying to figure. We have two razors, Malik. You have the gaming phone razor. You have that. Oh, we lost him. Just lost him. Okay. Yep. I was just looking into that razor because we got two razors. Then you got the razor gaming phone. Then you have the Motorola razor. So it's two. I forgot it was two razors. Let me so he back now.
It was
Okay.
called. It was called the V8.
Let me look that up. It's the Motorola Razor, right? Because you got two
Right.
razors.
It's called it was called the Razor V8.
Razor V8. Let me pull that up.
It had the touch screen on the front.
Hold up, I see this right here. What? It said Razor Full 4, Razor 3, Razor phone. So this is like the Razor phone. Let me go on the Google one. Cause Bing don't be doing right, cuz Bing don't be doing me right. Bing don't be doing me right. Let me go ahead and put the camera on here. That way I can let you see what you have to see on this. All right, and let me go right here to the Google search. Let me see. So let me go ahead and hit the Google join. So it's a Razer V8, right?
Yep.
Let me go ahead and pull that up. You see the screen?
Yep. I see you.
Razer V. Okay, here we go. Let me pull. Yep, that's what you're talking about. Let me go pull the photo up right now. Look at that. Right here,
Yes.
it's on GSM Arena.
Yes.
2007 release. 117 grams. 11.9 M thickness. Linux and Java based multimag. And it had 2 GB storage back then too.
Yes.
What it had. Look how decent this phone was. This was pretty dope phone. I remember
Yes.
this front screen right here playing with it and all that too. Yeah, look at that. That was some of the best technology you had back in the day in 2007.
Yes.
And I'm looking at it right now. Come on, computer. Don't be a fucking dick and go off of me when I'm trying to scroll. Let me see. And my thing all of a sudden want to go freeze up. Let me see. Announced in 2007. Let me go ahead and refresh this. Now it's doing dumb stuff. You still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So go ahead and explain the phone and stuff like that. What you liked about it the most?
They made the screen bigger and they put the touch on the front and added a real loud MP3 player.
MP. Oh yeah, the
Right.
MP3 player you see right here on the front of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It
That
had a
joint,
nice sound to it for an MP3 player too.
that joint was serious.
Some of the old phones be having some really serious sound to it. You know what I mean? Like this one did. You know what I mean? Now it's starting to act right now. I mean, it was discontinued. You know what I'm saying? It had 256 colors in it, and the size resolution. You see what I'm putting up right here, and we already talked about the software. It didn't have a core slot. It said that. You know what I mean? Single video, and that loudspeaker was the bomb on that phone.
Right.
And it didn't have it. Of course, it didn't have no headphone jacks back then for those type of phones. But that loudspeaker, look at the voice, the noise of the loudspeaker in the ring. And you had the Razer VI, the Razer 3, the Razer V9 right there. You had that. Man, you about to make me want to go get a whole collection of these old devices.
I
Let
want
me
a
move it
StarTech.
on. Make me want to go right ahead get a whole collection. You just thought about that too, getting a whole collection?
No, I want a StarTech. If I can find a StarTech that's GSM, I will buy it.
Hold up. Let me see if I can find that for you right now, a StarTech. Let me see if I can find that for you. StarTech was pretty good back in the day, I tell you that. And that was an analog. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Can you see the whole screen? Because I'm turning the camera up right now. Not the V9. Let me go ahead and see if we can find a StarTech. A StarTech phone. Let me go ahead and pull that up. I ain't no StarTech. I know what the StarTech look like. Here it is. That's the StarTech right there. Motorola StarTech. StarTech. That's
Cut
what it is.
the camera back on.
Let me go right here. Oh, let me go right here. How far I had it on? Okay, let me turn it back on. Okay, then go right back to it. Okay, you see this right here, the StarTech right here. This is the one you're talking about.
Yes.
Let me go ahead and shade that. This keyboard I got right here is a wireless keyboard too. I could sit in my chair or anywhere and use this keyboard. Let me go right ahead, pull that up. Let me go ahead, copy that, and then from there we can see they still sell them or not. Because you may be able to do an eBay or something like that. What you may be able to do. I didn't ask for a razor. Damn, I didn't ask a damn razor with that in for StarTech. Okay, let me take the double encyclopedia out of that joint. Okay. And Motorola StarTech, let me see we go into shopping. See anything pops up for it. They're hard to find. They got one right here for 39 bucks right here. You see that one I'm pointing at? But it has scratches, you know? And they got ones right here that are used for
But
89 bucks.
are they digital?
And what about this one at the end that I'm pointing at? Or this one right here?
Now that looks analog. If you can put a chip in it, I would take it.
Because they all mostly analog. And you have this one right here, this black one on eBay. They have these phones on eBay.
Yeah, you might have to go into GSM Arena, and they may have them in there.
Let me
Because
see.
at one time they was doing the retro phones.
I'm pulling up GSM Arena right now. They got one right here that look like it's in good shape. Right here, this black one that I'm pointing at. What's the price for that? It's 49 bucks for that. And you have another one right here, but a single slim 39 bucks.
Yeah, if you can't use it on GSM, it's no good.
And they have this one right here that's still in the box, 3084 on Marcelli. Let me pull that up and see what it is. A single slim right here. Barry holds a charge. Let me see what it goes into detail with the instructions. It doesn't really go into really details.
That's a prepaid model.
And what about this one right here for 154? It has Bonanza on it.
I don't know what that is.
That's GSM right here. You see that? That's GSM. And it's 154 bucks.
That's not bad.
Let me go ahead. Go ahead. It's on Bonanza. That's what's it on. It's right here too, 154.
That's not bad.
Let me see. We could go ahead and try to let me see if I could go ahead and send this to you in the back chat. Let me see. It's on. Let me see. Let me go on a Bonanza site and see if we could pull it up. Yep, it's right here on the Bonanza, cuz it's right here on the Bonanza. Let me go ahead and save this right here and I'll put it right in the back chat for you. You go ahead and do whatever you want to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead, copy that. Then from there, I'm gonna go back on here, get on the StreamYard. Then we're gonna go right ahead and put it in the private chat. That's what we're gonna do. All right. It's in the private chat now.
All right.
And that's a good thing for you to get. And you put that chip into it, shoot. You could be those old phones, you kind of like very untraceable with those phones, which is a good thing.
Yeah, that's love.
And at least if you could get your hands on one, You know what I mean? They're gonna make them harder and harder in 2023 to get your hands on. They got one spot where I could get these type of phones that right in Southwest up of Woodland, off of 63rd and Woodland. They got a spot right there. Arabic owns and stuff like that. Before Africans used to own it, but you got to put some money. You got to maybe put like $90 out to get everything done. You know,
That's
or
not
something
bad.
like that. You gave me something to really think about, my man. Just don't have the new school software in it or anything, my man.
Right.
So this will be pretty great. This will be pretty great for you, and your brother may want it too,
It'll be just a phone.
and that's it.
But when the next time you jumping on?
We're going. This is the last one for this year, my man, and I'm going to be doing another. I'm going to be doing another one next year. I'll probably do it. I might. I don't know. I'm going to do New Year's Day. I might do it on the second. I might do it on the second. The first one for 2023. What I'm going to do now, try to promote this channel more. I want to try to get these business cards and try to get more things together to get it more promoted and everything, and try to get more people on it because even though you got your in crowd on YouTube, but you got to get your outside crowd in your city, in your area into it too. You know what I'm saying? And more them and for them to really like watch. So promotion is very important for these channels.
That's what's up.
And that's where my mindset is at. I ain't down with the Chobika gossip or fuckery out here or none of that. I may go watch a few people and all that and back of the scenes, but in 2023, I'm not gonna really be in too much of that. And I might just be in the cut and I'll just be in the cut and watch. That's about it. But for just me just doing the channel, I mean, you gotta look at YouTube as a business. You know what I mean? And you
Right.
got a lot of people making money on it. So I want the cream of the crop, cuz straight up. I really do. You know?
Nice. Well, look, you go ahead and enjoy your holiday. Hit me on the jack when you get a chance.
I called you like 3 days ago. I called you 3 days ago. Which I mean, I'm not gonna say the number, but I called you 3 days ago. You'll see a 215 number on it.
Okay.
I'll just text you. That's why I just do. I text you, let you know that it's me. We could talk about this over the phone. I want to do more lives with you because you have a lot of knowledge, man. And your brother got as much knowledge as my cousin. I had a younger cousin in Chester and stuff like that. He lives up in West Oak Lane now, and he fixed the computer I use. He built my computer. He built my computer. He'll build computers, and then when the programs will come out, he'll have the programs like software before 2 to 3 to 6 months before it comes out. Because he will show me that when I go to his crib. So that's how much of the good programmer is. So we have a lot of good brothers that are good programmers, but they can't really show themselves on this internet in this mean, cruel world, you know, of today when they
Yeah,
trying to depopulate a planet,
I would agree with you on that.
you know. And people blacks got businesses, but see, when you got businesses, it's sometimes, man, it's sad, but we had to be in the saddles to do our business.
Right, right. So I'm gonna say thank you for letting me up. Shoot me
You're
a text.
welcome. You're welcome anytime. You're part of the family, my man.
All right.
You're part of the family. All right, like Two Phones is part of the family. We got he's supposed to come on tonight. The real Philly. Kensington Deli's supposed to come on tonight. I think he probably got caught up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah. You and him would have been perfect for talking about some things. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He's right there in the heart of North Philly. So he does a good video. I'm going to send you his channel later
All right,
on. All right.
all right,
All right, Malik. I'm out.
all right. One.
One. That was Malik out of Baltimore. We already know who his wife is. I mean, and this was a very good chat. 3.5 hours. It was a beautiful thing to talk to all y'all on here. We're gonna definitely grow this chat and do this thing. I gotta work on getting me a studio and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm doing long chats and all that, and you got others around you, you only could do but so much. That's all that is. So I'm going to send my shout outs to people that was in here. All right, Skull Playlist. Happy New Year. I'm going to say Happy New Year to everybody. And 2, 1, trying 5. straight from right here in the Philadelphia home base, baby. And happy New Year to you. Let me go ahead and scroll this up. And Malik from MLK, West Baltimore. Happy New Year to you. We're going to talk over the phone real soon about some things and plan some things, which I think is a beautiful thing to do. Fan Apple Dad, make sure you stay in touch with me. I'll contact you. Happy New Year to you. I will contact you on Instagram. You know what I mean? And Skull Police, I wish you would have gotten to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Got into the chat. And I'm gonna go through the list. And yeah, you was really getting it. Then Shano, chop it up, Houston, baby. Houston. Happy New Year to you. Miss Red, Happy New Year to you. Thanks for your help, for sponsoring the channel, for helping it to grow and everything. You've been the biggest blessing to this channel ever. And I want you to know that. And hopefully one day we could bring you here on an interview soon, help you grow. And Shafan, thanks for coming on. Keep helping those people down there in K and A and stuff like that. God got your back, sister, right there, and sister right there from the bottom. West Philly. Tech Boner out of NYC. What's up, cuz? I'm going to contact you this year. Sorry I can't get in touch with you, but I want to get you on a live interview and all that. We got to and Carlos Tech. I thank you for coming on. And we're going and then Carlos, we already said what we're going to say in on here and do what we have to do. That's all. And anyone else? Maria Montes, I know it's in the morning over there, probably almost an afternoon over there in the Philippines. Thanks for your help. You're part of the family for growing this camera, even though you're on the other side of the world in the Philippines. Tell Helen Vox, I said what's up. You know what I mean? Tell your sisters I said what's up. James S, what's up with you? Brother from the Philadelphia. Happy New Year to all you. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. And I know why it's down to zero because we ain't talking no gossip in Pacino. So I guess all the gossip's popping off right now, and I really don't give a damn. But I'm gonna watch a little bit of it myself. That's all. So I wish all y'all a happy new year. And two phones, thanks for coming in and stuff to that. Whenever you get some free time, we could talk about some things. We're gonna merge this 291 technology up to the fullest. And 2023, we're gonna come out a winner. All right. This year was just a really messed up year for me. You know what I mean? A messed up year. And I had to start my channel over not once but twice. That's what I had to do. And so we at 3:31 on the mark, 28. Be over here for 3.5 hours. I know I need myself something to drink and something to eat. And the zero people on here. So happy New Year. I'm gonna leave out with some music. All right. Let's go ahead and end this right now. And after we end the music, and we're going to end the live. Let me go right ahead and go into the library. And let me go right ahead and do this. The two tunes that everybody likes to put on their lives. We're going to go with Orangina Cream. Let's do it. going to play the second one, and that's going to conclude tonight's live. Let me see if we can get the next one playing on here. I thought it was going to. Happy 2023 to you all. I'm out.